I just jumped right into it. I skipped the whole logo. Shame. For shame. Yeah, hi. Welcome back to the Erasmus Expeditions, where we are always professional. Um, this is session 37 of Evermore le Masquerade, our Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition campaign set in the world of Rostfin, a homebrew world of mine, particularly in the kingdom of Gerdes, which is very heavily inspired by the Baroque periods of Spain, France, Venice, and then a little bit of the Orlais culture from the Dragon Age series kind of sprinkled on top. So yeah, this is, like I said, session 37, The Righteous and the Unchained. We're going to get started here in just a moment, but before we do, I'm going to give the same warning that I give on the beginning of all of my games, and that is if mature language and mature subject matter are problems for you, then this is not a great place for you to hang out. Though we'll miss you when you leave. I would rather not have to deal with you being offended by what you see here. So, ta-ta. But if those things do not offend, then welcome in. You're among like company. Particularly this game, while we will never feature explicit sex, sexuality and innuendo are a big part of Gerdessi culture, and we're going to get as close as we can on YouTube. So, you've been warned. What else? I'm going to pass things over to my players here in just a moment so that they can introduce themselves, plug anything that they may have going on, tell you where you may be able to find them on the internet or not. And then I think we can get started. So we're going to start with Kenya.
But, but, but I have no one to pass my to. There is a curtain. Hello, I am Kenya, also known as the Acersin, and I thank you for joining us tonight on the Erasmus Expeditions. Tonight I will be playing the role of Vera. She is the local changeling bard of the group and runs the high-end brothel in town, and she's got a little bit of a thing going on because as we learned a few sessions ago, the woman who used to own the place, who she um, had a small falling out with, has returned unexpectedly. And that just shouldn't be possible because you shouldn't be able to return when your corpse is at the bottom of a lake. But I mean, otherwise, I'm a good guy. So I'm gonna take this and pass it on down to. I don't ever get to do this. I'm gonna pass it to M. It's M's turn now. M, take it away.
Thank you. Yeah, I am going to be playing Sylvie Levine. I'm excited to see the plot is always thickening. Sure. Yep. I'm going thickening and just full of mystery, and I'm really excited to get back into it. So, yeah, can't wait. And I will pass it to Austin.
And I will take it. And I'm Austin. I'll be playing Guillaume tonight. The resident, arrogant, spoiled brat who has started to learn some lessons from this unlikely friendship with this assorted rabble. Um, and I am excited to see what horrors and anti-magic prison have for a wizard. Because I can't imagine it's gonna be a great time for him being entirely useless. So I look forward to seeing how both he and the group deal with that. But with that, I will pass it up to Karen.
Hi everyone, I'm Karen, otherwise known as Myth and Gears. So happy to be back in this game. Mm, yeah, everything's on fire and we're going to be in trouble, but hey, that's the game, right? Like, I mean, shouldn't we all, you know, see the results or the consequences of our actions? Yeah, that's us right now. And it'll be so much fun. I can't wait. Where can you find me other than here? How about MTD? Because we're back. We've been back since the beginning of August. So if you haven't come back up with us over there, come on and see us. Everything's back up and running and so much fun. And with that said, this is so much fun. I'm going to send it off to our GM to start us off.
Fantastic. Yeah, if you have not checked out Mini Train Domain on Twitch, I highly recommend. Jake's a good friend and a fantastic game master, and every game that he runs over there is filled with incredible players. So highly recommend if you are a fan of quality produced TTRPG content, you head over there and check it out. In the meantime, welcome to this channel, where we also do TTRPG content. Yeah, I think, I don't think there's anything else. Oh, we are missing Matt this evening. Matt, buddy, we'll miss you. Hope everything's going well for you, and look forward to catching you next time whenever you're back. Okay. Okay. Here we go. There is an ocean of difference between those who are delivered into capital punishment and true justice. For very few, true justice is a life spent behind the bars of the cages earned through their dark deeds. For others, true justice is met at the business end of a sharp sword or the sudden snap of a noose. But for powerful people, a dungeon becomes an alluring place for locking away the truth, a tool for keeping those who threaten them most far from the eyes and ears of the people who just might be able to deliver true justice unto them. We rejoin the group of you in Alidalgo, a city that is somewhat changed on the surface from the last time that you were here. Again, it is not as dour as Manchalona had become, but there is definitely a shift, noticeable shift. Not many people are out and about during the day. Not as many as were, especially not on the tail end of Mardival. Seems as though everywhere you look, the Borjido Olivida is not to be found, sold out. But beneath the surface, there seems to be even more trouble that has befallen you five heroes, I guess is a good enough term. Friends. It seems as though someone or something has turned the gears on many different machinations, increasing the pressure on each of you on an individual personal level. And I think, unless I'm mistaken, that we are headed to deal with one of those sources of additional pressure. So as we rejoin the group of you, where are you, and what exactly is happening?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't we on a boat or something, kind of investigating, and we were going to see if, I think we were having Guillaume turn into a rat and be a flying
I
rat?
seem to remember having bought a fishing boat because Lox was extremely excited about that.
Oh,
Or
it's his
afterwards.
retirement plan too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Lox's retirement plan. So we're not allowed to actually damage it. Okay.
Nope.
Perfect. Okay.
I think that's
So
where
you
we.
are on Lox's
Yeah.
boat.
Yep, we decided to try and break G's dad out of prison, and we decided to buy a boat and then pretend to be fishermen to get closer to the prison. And that's where we
Yeah,
left the
to see
sessions.
to see how close we could get before that anti-magic nonsense was going to start, and fortifications and all that sort of security stuff that we were scouting.
Excellent. So, it sounds as though, if that is the case, that you are headed towards a notorious place known as Chateau d'Evoray. It is known to be a place where they keep people with arcane abilities in particular. It is what we would consider a maximum security prison type place. It's also a convenient place to lock away political prisoners, people that are better served for the powers that be to no longer be in the public. Which Guillaume's father seems to fit one of the two, if not both of these categories. So you are in the lake that Al Hidalgo is built in the middle of, and you are probably sailing. I would imagine that this has at least a sail in the direction of one of the I guess it's still called a mouth, where a river leaves a lake. Sounds like a good enough term. It's this chateau, this prison, is situated on a small island right at such a juncture. And you are headed towards the island. And though we saw it just a moment before, to touch once again on this lovely summer home, you see the dark stone of Chateau d'Ivoire kind of rising up out of the mist and the fog as you row towards it. Is there any kind of preparations or conversations that are happening as you approach?
You know, Cameron, you're gonna be doing most of this for us. Like you're gonna be the key behind this breaking and exiting. I'm going to be practically useless in there.
I think I'll be worse than practically useless, but I can't know for sure.
I mean, at least you can be a rat.
Maybe.
That is something we'll have to test before we go too much
That's what
farther.
I'm most worried about. If the advantages of my condition are not present there, I will be in quite a bit of danger, I believe. As of right now, any non-magical weapon seems to have much of an effect on me, but if those advantages are removed, I'm going to feel rather soft.
Oh, come on now, Guillaume. Don't have to worry. It happens to everyone at some point in their lives.
No, not that. Well, I mean, yeah, sure, but that's always wine related.
You
Oh,
wine a lot, so you would know.
You find your limits.
So what is our plan? Are we going to Are you going to swim over as a rat, Guillaume, and see if you can maintain your shape?
I hate to say that that's the best plan we have, but I think that might be the best plan we have. I do have one water breathing potion that I can take with me if I lose my ability to shift and I need to stay undetected. But I want to see as how close I can get, I suppose.
Wasn't
Correct
there
me
a
if I'm
plan?
wrong, but wouldn't a water breathing potion also not work?
Well, I'm thinking if I hit the boundary where I can no longer be a rat, then I'll go back through the boundary and drink the potion, hoping I'm not spotted in that brief window of time.
Do we know anything about anti-magic? Like how it's formed? Like if there's like usually like an item that it's tied to be destroyed, or like I'm just trying to see if there's like a goal that we can get to try and break this anti-magic
I
field.
believe Guillaume did some research before y'all actually left for the prison and discovered that there was likely some kind of device of some sort that was maybe accessible in the lower levels of this place. I'm trying to remember exactly how it was you came about that information.
I think just researching anti-magic fields, like I remember I went to the library
That's right.
and was like researching just both anything I could about the prison and just anti-magic in general. Yeah, and it did seem like it would be something that had to be installed. So it'll be somewhere that it might need to be even maintained. So be something that there'd be access to with the right, keys or credentials.
So basically, Guillaume, you're going to get into rat form, go to the island, stay in rat form because I'm thinking positively, and then you're going to find this device, disable it, and then we'll come in and back you up while we break your father out?
Wow, that's a great plan. Love that plan. Don't know if I'm feeling entirely up to it. I was kind of thinking more like scout, see if I can find any information, see if I can locate my father. Um, really anything that doesn't involve me just doing the whole thing solo, but I'm flexible. Your ladies should know that.
You
I
you definitely are flexible, but I'm also quite well aware of the fact that you are used to doing things solo, so I didn't think that this would be a huge endeavor for you.
just because I'm good at it doesn't mean it's what I prefer.
Uh, do we even really want to break the anti-magic field? I mean, I realize we might have to get your father out, or to at least allow you to have your full potentials. But there are other people here besides your father.
Yes, and I was hoping if I do get in and I'm able to scout, I can sort of figure out how we might release the ones that really shouldn't be here, at least. Maybe the ones that should too, because I have to say that might distract the Padre.
I
I
was
was
gonna
gonna
say,
say.
yeah, what a good distraction.
Absolutely. I can definitely agree with Sylvie on that one.
Good distraction, yes. I can see the benefit of that, the absolute, you know, draw to that particular outcome. But have we thought about further along and all the innocent people that might actually hurt?
Well, considering that for the last, I don't know how many decades now at this point, the person kind of making all these decisions was a undead manipulating vampire that's utilizing his wine to, you know, blood bond everyone to him. There's probably a pretty good chance that the people that are in there, the majority of them are innocent as it is, by our standards. I say break them all
Fair.
free and we'll figure it out later.
Fair point. I
mean, if we're able to turn the anti-magic field off, they might be figuring it out. They might be getting out with or without us. Because the ones that are there for legitimate reasons are mostly incredibly powerful sorcerers and magic wielders.
I mean, once you let them have their magic back, it only takes a knock or two and they're free.
Or something bigger, but we'll see what happens once we're out. I think for now we should sail as close as we can, and I'll rat up and get over the side once we seem to be approaching, or if I don't know, maybe we'll even be able to get through it. But I think we should take it as wide an angle as we can so it looks like it's more just the wind is carrying us that direction rather than we're beelining towards the island.
All right, good job then. I know nothing about boats, so sail away.
I was going to ask.
God, have you people never read a book?
Does anybody know how to sail?
I think Guillaume would have read about it, but he has never sailed a second in his life. So it's whatever he remembers from, like, 8 years ago when he got into the idea that he should know about sailing.
Perfect.
I feel that Lox probably knows how to sail. Otherwise, he wouldn't want to be a fisherman necessarily. So maybe that's what he's doing.
Fair enough.
Lox is back there with another book, just like flipping through pages, trying to figure it out. I need to know to do this someday.
Okay.
I believe you're looking for the
amazing
forecastle.
criminals.
Like we're on this tiny little ship. Like, I think the aft bridge, is that what we're looking for?
Okay. As you are approaching, you can see a couple of details. Let's roll perception checks, actually. Find out what of these details you see and whom sees them. We'll make die rolls. Mwahaha.
25.
Okay.
Well, I also got a 25.
Holy shit.
11.
11.
So you
alright.
said perception?
Correct.
25.
Okay.
Perceptive.
Apparently Guillaume is on the other side of the mast, and is looking directly into that. Or maybe he's searching for the fossil.
He's wondering if he really is going to have to do the whole thing himself.
He's like anxiety ridden, having a panic attack sitting over there.
Meanwhile, apparently, Vera, Sylvie, and Chimeran are all like, huh, at the same exact time. You notice that there seems to be two different methods of approach. That one seems to be a pier, a dock, on the right side of this island. That seems to be where the intended point of egress is. It looks like there might be a door that kind of leads down to the rest of the dock on that side. There also seems to be an opening at sea level here in the face of the rock that you're actually kind of like sailing towards. It's hard to tell exactly what it is or why, but it definitely looks like an opening that would be big enough to sail a boat this size into it. The second piece of detail that you see are pylons that seem to form a perimeter of some kind and they are painted in red and white, like spiraled stripes, almost barbershop style. And they definitely seem to be forming a circle, more or less, that goes around the island. The third piece of information that you see are that on top of the parapets of the towers of this chateau, there do appear to be ballista and catapults.
So we do not want to get too close. I
Or
cannot see this boat faring very well against those.
all of that.
Hmm.
When we can see the pylons, does it look like there's anything on top of them, or are they like just more like kind of columns?
Yeah, and they're not even like thick. It's probably, I don't know, maybe like forearm or thigh thick pieces of wood. So the only thing that they're really capped with are like decorative, bronze or brass, like toppers. Have you ever seen like the pictures of Venice where like they have these little like pylons like in sequence? It's kind of like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Like, I think Guillaume's just looking at them, trying to like work out like sort of the curvature that would emerge. He's trying to figure out like are the pylons part of what is generating this, or are they just a warning system like do not cross this perimeter?
I
Are they
see.
like part of what's generating the anti-magic magic?
So you can roll an Arcana check.
That's a 21.
Okay. So you would probably find it very difficult to believe that these would have anything to do with the anti-magic field, simply because of the size that this represents. Being able to maintain an anti-magic field or zone that is this large would require very powerful magic, or multiple people working together to create this effect.
Okay, good. It's like we cannot be taking down pylons. That's going to be rough work. Okay. Yeah,
How far away from shore are we?
From the island itself, like the actual chateau, it is far enough to be a long swim, TM. Like, specifically by design, these are put out at a point where you'd guess probably catapult range. I don't know what that would be. I'm definitely...
Sylvie has the little homunculus bird. It will probably die within the anti-magic field, but could have it take as close as possible. Try and get on one of those pylons. Like, take Guillaume as close as possible. Or we have it do a suicide mission to see where the anti-magic thing is. When it dies, that's where it starts.
So the worst case scenario with me going along is, here's what I'm imagining: flying, being held as a rat, and then all of a sudden the flight drops away and I shift back to human and fall out of the sky into the ocean.
That's fair.
This is what I like. I like this idea. I'm just wondering, do we need to like fly low and
Fly like over the water so that you don't like fall out of the sky. It would just be like a little bloop into the water. but that also means that you're like really far away from us if anything goes wrong. That's kind of like a
Yeah.
No, I think that might be a little but it's probably the best idea. Like, and that's why I'm holding on to that water breathing, and so I'll just dip under the water and try to like not be seen by the mounted weaponry. And maybe I won't shift out. Maybe it'll just like the homunculus will drop and I will swim a much shorter distance and maybe it'll all work out. Maybe everything's going to be super easy and fun and no problem.
that is what has happened every time we've had a plan.
We actually have a really good track record of executing our plans.
Yeah, super good.
So it looks like catapults and ballista could reach about 300 to 500 yards. So, yeah, they're probably about 400 yards out from the actual island itself. Okay, so the plan is to have your homunculus. What was your homunculus's name again?
I don't think I had a
Did you
name
name
for
it?
him.
No? Okay. I
Yeah.
might be thinking of a different game. It's a little clockwork
It's a
bird?
little crow. Yeah.
crow. Excellent. So this little clockwork crow is supposed to grab Guillaume, fly basically as close as it can get before the anti-magic takes effect, and then go from there. If Guillaume ends up in the water, he's got a potion. Yeah?
It takes him closer without being detected.
Those of you who are staying on the boat, what are you doing? Where are you? You just gonna kind of hang somewhere?
I'm going to fish because that's why
Oh.
we're here.
Right.
While watching to see what happens with the Guillaume.
Is the idea to get close to where this pylon perimeter is? Or Halim?
I don't know if we want to go too close and raise too much suspicion at this point.
Okay, so keep some distance even from the perimeter. Okay. Okay. So Guillaume, you assume the position. I don't want one position. I want all positions.
Super green.
Super green. And you are picked up by Sylvie's homunculus, and the flight of the bumblebees kicks in as we see this mechanical crow take out over the water, carrying a very inconspicuous rat. You fly past the striped pylons. Nothing happens. There is no effect. You continue to get closer. Let's see. Your approach goes entirely unnoticed by any of the guards who are up top. Apparently, even if the bird is made out of some type of metal, it's not enough to draw their attention as being unusual. You fly close. Where is your homunculus headed? Just to the island, like the closest part of the island that's in front of it, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's trying to stay low, and so if there's like a part of the cliff side that looks like it meets the water, that's
Like,
where they make.
Maybe that extra. You said there was two entrances, right? Like there was the pier, and then there's that entrance in the cliff side. Maybe it's heading towards that.
Towards the opening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you fly, your homunculus flies forward, and you can see, Guillaume, the cliffs that this is built on are getting closer and closer and closer, and there's still no change. There's no effect at all. You see this opening that is kind of like a sea cave. It's definitely kind of this arched, eroded mouth that sits here yawning at the water level. And you can't really see much beyond the opening that daylight doesn't kind of illuminate. And it seems like this homunculus is headed straight for that. You are beneath the shadow of the parapets that kind of rise up into the sky of Chateau d'Ivray. And it's not until the homunculus actually passes through the threshold of this opening that all of a sudden you feel that sensation that you've been dreading. The homunculus falls apart. Pieces that made it or whatever become undone. And Guillaume, you become Guillaume again.
Okay. Yep, this is definitely what I was worried about. So I would have the water breathing potion just prepped fully in my actually when I hit the water, I do want to try one thing first. I just want to try to shift back. Like
Okay.
when I hit it, like is it, maybe just on the rare chance that it unshape shifts but doesn't prevent it within.
Okay. You go through the normal motions, the routine of shifting, and nothing happens.
Okay. Then
So, un momento, por favor. Because you are not alone in this opening. So what I'm gonna do is figure out how Owlbear Rodeo works. I'll just drop the link to Owlbear Rodeo here in our chat. Everybody could hop in over there. I love that somebody's name is Draft Horse. Cracks me up. Okay, so I don't know if y'all can see your tokens because they're in the dark part currently. I'm moving them outside. Can y'all see your tokens to the left of the map? Do they show up for y'all? No. Okay, let me see if I can't.
I see Guillaume on the map.
Yes.
but
Yeah.
that's it. Oh, yep, there they are.
There you go. I made a little box. Okay. Obviously, the rest of you are nowhere near this spot currently. So this is going to be fun. Let me see. Let's switch over to our battle screen. Okay. Guillaume, you can see that this crevice, this section here, kind of runs lengthwise away from the opening in the cave. You can see that there are kind of flat spots on both sides. On the right, it seems like they are elevated quite a bit. On the left, it seems like there is an elevated portion closest to you, and then a somewhat lower portion towards the back of this cave. I don't think that there is actually currently a boat here, even though there is one on the map. But this looks like it would be a place for boats to dock, likely to unload and offload and unload cargo and maybe even prisoners. There is a dock that kind of runs parallel to the length of the cave that you're kind of in. that is at water level. The part that you see kind of running perpendicular in front of you is raised above you. So it's kind of like a causeway or a bridge above you. And you can see that there is a guard that is making their way across that bridge in patrol, is what your assumption would be. So before we get too much further, I am going to roll and see if this guard happened to notice your splashing. Okay. You can see this water is relatively clear. You're beneath the water and are looking up, and you can kind of see this guard kind of pause for a second and move to the railing that's kind of closest to you and kind of look down, not necessarily straight down, but just kind of like down towards the mouth of the opening. And kind of stands there for a moment, like long enough to where you're starting to like realize that you're running out of breath. And just about the time that you can feel that kind of burning in your lungs reaching a crescendo, he turns and makes his way back onto patrol.
Okay, a couple questions. Is he wearing like armor?
Yes. So bear with me. Okay. Obviously this is not in a forested setting, but this is what this guard's armor looks like. It is almost entirely kind of like gunmetal, like so a dark steel color. And has a decidedly skull-ish appearance in its faceplate.
Friendly. Okay. Well, I sort of accomplished my plan, but at the same time, I okay. I think I have to stick with the plan, even though my curiosity and courage are at foolhardy levels. Um, oh, I just want to know like what's in further. And I don't know how we're gonna find out otherwise. All right. So as soon as I can get a quick breath, I will, and I want to try to swim underneath the bridge so that I'm a little more blocked from view. And I want to like I think I would actually maybe even just wait there a couple minutes to see like how quickly he returns if he like walks away a little bit.
Okay. So give me an athletics roll for swimming. I like to go swimming with bow-legged men.
Good on the die, which is lucky. Oh, so it's a 15 on the die for a 14.
All right. That's pretty good. The hardest time that you're having with this is the fact that while there isn't like a tide, because this is not, an ocean, there is a current that seems to kind of flow in and then back out of this opening occasionally. So you're having to kind of actively swim. It's not just a mere dog paddle, for example. But you are able to position yourself under this bridge where you think you are probably going to have the best chance of staying out of the visible sight lines of this guard. And you kind of watch and bide your time. This guard definitely kind of like comes off of this bridge and walks past. What you can see is a set of doors right here in this curved wall. You're looking at kind of like the base of one of the parapets here on this wall, and you can see another one of the parapets that kind of forms the wall here. In this set of doors seems to be, like I said, a double set of doors that this guard walks past. Kind of moves along the edge of this this cliff, and kind of like to the back of the room, kind of casually looking over the edge, lazily kind of scanning down underneath where he's walking, and then turns and starts heading back.
Are his movements sort of human, for lack of a better word? Is there anything like odd to the way he moves?
I would say there's nothing really discernible or noticeable, other than just like a normal walking. No, it seems to be a humanoid of some kind. More than likely, something living.
Okay. Um, I just know that there's no really magicless good way for me to like deal with this guy that won't turn into a knockdown drag out fight. So, all right. I can't imagine that I'm going to be able to get much deeper in. I think if all of us are here, we might overwhelm him, but it's good to know that there's only one guard in this entrance, as long as we can get the boat in here somehow. So I will down oh wait, no, I'm not gonna do it yet. I want to swim back outside the threshold, then kind of get around the corner. Oh, I got owl bear. So I want to go back basically like right over here, pop up enough to drink the potion, and then get out of there. Start swimming underwater back towards the boat.
Okay. How long does your potion give you? I would imagine it's probably at least like minutes.
Yeah, that's actually a great question. I have written down that we have a water breathing potion, but no details. Um, Let me find out. Oh, wow. That can't be right. Um, okay, 1 hour.
Oh yeah, okay, plenty of time. Um, okay, so you kind of like swim out along the rocks that kind of form the base of this cliff that Chateau de Ivoire is built kind of on top of. You quaff this potion. Make sure to take it off your sheet. Then you go back beneath the surface and swim your way back towards the pylons and where your friends beyond are waiting for you. Because you are beneath the surface, none of the guards are going to notice you. You absolutely are able to slip away without drawing any further attention from them. And it might take a little bit of logistics, but you can absolutely sync back up with the rest of your party in Lox's skiff.
Okay, everybody. Sort of a bad news, good news situation, more bad than good. Definitely can't shift within. Don't know what that's going to mean for you, Vera, but hopefully your thing works different. Um, there was only one guard in that cave, so if we can figure out a way past the ballistas, we might be able to get all of us in and overwhelm the guard. Open to any ideas.
Whereabouts did the when did you change?
As soon as I crossed into the cave. Seems like it might be something to do with the shore and the land, like the landmass itself. Seems like perhaps it's protected. Either that or it's dialed right into that entrance.
Does the entrance go, how deep does it go? Does it continue in, or is it just
It went in a bit. There seemed to be a room with doors. There was sort of a ledge-like area. Um, I couldn't really see further than that without risking detection, and I figure we wanted to keep from being found out just yet. But yeah, there seemed to be just one guard patrolling, a little dock, a little bridge over sort of the water as it comes into the cave. He was on that when I went in, but didn't seem to spot me.
kind of weapons was he wearing?
Heavy armor. Looked like he had, I think a sword of some sort. I didn't notice a shield, but I didn't have a great view of him from where I was. I have one idea that's not necessarily a great one. And I don't know if it would fully work, or it's only half the plan, I think. I could try to outside of the exclusion, set like cast some sort of spell to distract any of the ballistas, but I don't know if we would have time to get in with our boat, and that would alert the whole place. So if we had some way to disguise our ship, I could potentially manipulate an illusion um, that could potentially draw the attention away.
Could you just make an illusion that the boat doesn't exist and we just sail right up and in and then we appear?
That's a great question. Okay, I have a silent image question then. Because with my like illusion mastery or school, I can create the image of an object no larger than a 15-foot cube. Is that like 15 foot aside? And is our boat longer
Mhm.
than that?
Um, I would imagine so. Just kind of again basing what's on the map here,
Yeah,
because
that's
it's about the
fair.
same vessel size. It looks like it's probably about 20 to 25 feet long. 5,
Okay.
10,
Okay, then that
15,
might not work.
20.
But so I was
Yeah.
thinking like I have a thing where I can um cast an illusion and I can use my action to change the nature of the illusion if I can see it. Um, and I think I wanted to look at silent image. Yeah, I can also use my action to move that. So I was like, is there some way I could stretch out a silent image to cover our boat and move it along with us? And the silent image is just ocean.
Okay.
Or would
Um,
we could potentially swim. It would just be a long swim. And we'd all have to stay within a 15-foot cube of each other.
so I
If
am.
we want to swim, I think if sorry,
No, go
Jeremy.
ahead,
If
please.
if we decide we're going to go with the swimming plan, then we should probably go back and get those potions for all of us so that we can swim underwater right in and then not have to worry about illusioning the boat.
Yeah, absolutely. If we can find them. I think we just happened to have one that we had found, so I don't know how purchasable they'll be with El Hidalgo in such a state.
So, this is definitely an example of where it may fall outside the rules as written, but if you have a point of inspiration, I am absolutely willing to let us stretch the rules about what this might be able to do.
I do. I
With
do have
some
a point of
rolls.
inspiration, and I would happily spend it to try to get our boat into that little cave so that somebody
Okay.
can just pop out with a fucking bow and arrow and snipe this skull motherfucker in the face.
So,
Hold on. I have an idea though. Before we
Mhm.
go, I want to retarget Vera's amulet of that has the recall on it that I can use once a day. I want to target it back to this boat so that if we get in and we break the arcane thing, once we find his dad, all I have to do is word of recall us back to the boat. We don't have to try to fight our way out.
okay. Is this item? Can you retune this item like that? Let me double check.
It's your item, sir. You tell me. Can I retune it? Because it's currently locked to the church.
Let me see. Let me
And
see.
word of recall lets you lock to a new place. So it's up to you if the
To the Church of Orion, so it
just
can
meet
be
locks later.
changed. So it obviously can be changed.
Mhm.
I don't know. I didn't have in mind necessarily what it took to change it.
Hold on. Let me look
Okay.
up word of recall.
Yeah, I think that's what I based it on.
Word of recall legacy. Human up to 5 willing creatures.
Instead of calling myself old, I'm going to start referring to myself as Legacy.
I like
I think
that.
that works. I'm the 2014 rules.
It just says that you have to prepare you must designate a sanctuary by casting this spell within a location,
What
such
is the
as a
casting
temple
time of the
dedicated.
spell?
1 action.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it sounds like you can just basically instantly do it.
Yeah.
So what does it look like as Vera changes the linked destination of this amulet? Is there a
Being her
visual cue?
mother's amulet, I wasn't ready for this. I should have been, and I wasn't. Vera kind of just sits down, almost like crisscross applesauce on the boat for a second, and she just holds the amulet. And I think that there is a moment where a cloud kind of passes over the moon, and there's just like a little bit of extra light, and there's this kind of like there's like the moonlight like hits this amulet and almost this kind of tree comes out of the amulet. It looks like just this kind of image of a tree floats up out of the amulet, and almost like when you blow on a dandelion and the little white puffies go everywhere, there's kind of this invisible wind that just blows on the tree, and you watch as all the leaves of this tree and the pieces of it kind of float down to the deck of the boat and sprinkle the boat. And it's in these like white and kind of silver and very kind of shimmery type colors. Um that typically is not associated with anything that anybody sees her cast. Usually her stuff being a bard, she's all music related, kind of much more richer colors. Also lately, in particular, her hold person spell has been a little tainted with some kind of evil looking black chains and stuff. So this is a very ethereal silver type of magic. And then once it's cast, the light just kind of simmers down and the amulet's not really reflecting anything anymore. And she just tucks it back away where she keeps it and gets up. All right, then. We've just got to get past the ballistas in the freezing cold water, past the no magic place, jump a skeletal metallic soldier man that you saw, break an anti-magic field, find your father, and then we can use my teleport spell to get us back out here.
Oh, sounds easy.
We have a plan.
Yeah, I guess we do. Okay, okay. Sure. Let's do this.
All right. Guillaume, you cast your spell. What does that look like? How are you removing this boat from the visual spectrum?
Um, I think uh this this sort of it almost looks like when once he he says the words over his little like orb, and it almost looks like the water is like lifting up around the boat as like this sort of shimmering kind of dome of water that then seems to just collapse into itself, and again like appears to be just the flat surface, where it's like it's kind of just taking, he's concentrating really heavily on this, trying to keep the look of the water as they pass the same, and like trying to basically like making it, in that James Bond movie where he has the like invisible car that isn't really invisible, it's just like got cameras on one side and cameras on the other and project, like it's like that basically, but like with water once it sort of subsumes the boat.
Oh yeah. Predator invisibility. You can kind of see the outline a little. Perfect. You stretch your magic in kind of the two directions of the length of the boat to push it beyond its normal boundaries, but beyond your normal capabilities, giving a little bit of leeway to the sides, knowing that you don't have to push as wide those directions. And you're going to have to basically maintain this the entire time that you're sailing in order to kind of keep this moving and long enough to cover this ship. So what I would like from you is 2 concentration rolls.
Vera is sitting right next to him the entire time. And I'm going to put a bardic inspiration on him. She's kind of maybe what would she do to be inspiring him as he's doing this? She can't do that, it would distract him. She's just sitting there and she's just kind of like maybe humming just a little tune or something. Actually, you know what she's humming? She's humming the tune that she and the King of Rats and Guillaume could hear while they were laying in bed together the night that they had the threesome. And she's just kind of sitting next to him, humming the tune to him.
Perfect. Love it.
Was that a bardic?
Yes.
Okay. And what's your die?
My die is a D8.
D8. Okay. Because I might need that with one of these rolls. Oh, hell yeah, that's an 8 on that.
Oh, there you go.
Was it concentration checks for both of them?
Yeah, so it's a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah. If you have like Warcaster or anything, it affects the roll and blah blah blah.
So it'll be a 16, and with a max of 8 on the D8, that's going to be a 11, 13.
On the second one? Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, you did need that one.
I rolled the 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all watch as Guillaume seems to hold this magic at pace with the boat as Locke kind of sails it towards this island. And as you kind of get close to the actual chateau itself, you can all tell that Guillaume is straining. The movement of the water and stuff as you start to kind of get near this this crevasse is a little erratic. The boat kind of meanders from side to side a little bit more than it did in the open water. Starts to kind of move at a brisker pace, and Guillaume is having to very quickly kind of adapt this magic to try to hold it in place. But it seems as though he does. While this is happening, at the top of the walls, the moment that the boat disappeared, there was at least one guard who stopped and was peering out in the direction that you were, and it's kind of like leaning, and like you can definitely see like craning to try to look to see where you went. So it's very obvious that he saw you before you illusioned out, essentially, and is now kind of looking around trying to find you. At some point, he actually calls a second guard over to his position, and the two of them, you can see them kind of like pointing out in the direction where you were and like conversing animatedly with one another. One of them even kind of like raises their hand kind of up to, you know, a visor position over their eyes, kind of looking out in that direction. But after a few tense minutes, it seems as though they give up trying to locate you and go back to what they were doing before. You manage to sail your ship. We're not going to get any rolls because Lox is the one that is currently sailing the boat, and we have decided that he is proficient. But what am I doing here?
And I say that right before we go to lose our like before we're going to cross into the rock, because that's where you said the field's going to fall on us, I would like to be prepared with my short bow to potentially shoot the guard before he's aware of us, so that we can catch him surprised.
So we're going to put Chimeran on the front of the boat.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Seeing Chimeran do that, Vera will try to Eldritch Blast this guy right before we lose magic too. Get them surprise round shots in there.
Okay. Feel free to put yourself on the boat wherever it makes sense, wherever you wish. But that's where we're going to start with things. Gil would probably be somewhere near the middle. So he's having to kind of push the boundaries of his spell. I did fail to mention before that there were a few other doors in this space. There appears to be another door here, a singular door, another set of double doors that are here, and then another singular door right here. Okay, so the prow of the boat breaches the threshold of this opening, and it's like somebody grabs, you know, a veil or a cloth and is just kind of like slowly pulling it off of something as the front of the ship begins to become visible. So Chimeran, if I could from you, go ahead and get a d20 roll. Because you were saying you were prepared, you can have advantage.
So is this just a regular d20 roll, or am I adding something to it?
Yep. Bless you.
Thank you.
So I guess 15.
15. Okay. All right. Readied as you are, Chimeran, the boat begins to become visible, and it just so happens that it looks like this guard is looking at the opening while this is taking place. You watch as you can see kind of out of your peripherals the front of the ship starting to become visible. This guard absolutely freezes in his step, like mid-stride, like looking in that direction, kind of like turns full-bodied kind of in the direction of your ship and begins to like start to move. So you can take your action.
Would it be with advantage because I'm from hidden?
I don't know. Let me see. You are in a boat below him currently. So yes, you can have advantage. He is going to have some benefit from partial cover, but yes, you can have advantage.
So that is a 22 to hit.
Ooh, okay. You hit. You were looking at a AC for this shot as a 20, so you hit him. So you may roll your damage.
That'll be a total of 33 because of my sneak.
Sneak attack, okay. 33, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Please describe what it looks like as you kill him.
I imagine it's like the shot goes, he turns and he starts to move forward, and and basically all we see is this arrow just kind of appear in midair because it was hidden before, and it flies directly at him. Like we're probably like with the camera angle as the arrow, like we're right on its tail, right? And we see it go through the air, and it actually just kind of pierces his little helmet there, right in one of the eye holes.
Absolutely. He slumps to the ground. This is a really narrow walkway that he's on. I mean, he falls. He's going to make a big kerfump to the ground, the deck kind of below. Okay. The rest of you were also readying yourselves, waiting to spring into action once your boat was docked, I believe is maybe the case. Okay. Then let's do this. Let's roll for initiative.
But he's alone.
Exactly.
He was the only guy. Jeremy, he was the only guy.
The only one. Like, hey guys, don't worry about this. He's got this. Let's go for drinks.
Whatever happens, do not let them raise the alarm. That's priority number one has got to be whoever seems to be trying to leave.
Okay. Let's see here. Sylvie's got a strong lead with the 3. Chimerian with a 17. And it is Chimerian currently, right?
Yes. Yeah. As soon as we
Okay.
got back to the city, that yeah.
I was pretty sure that was the case. And then Guillaume also with a 17. Chimerian and Guillaume, if you would please roll d6s for me. Oh, I will also need Sylvie to roll d6, please. What you laughing at, Karen?
I'm laughing at the fact that we both rolled a 3. Oh no.
You did both roll 3s? I also got a 2.
I re-rolled and got a 2. I'm
Okay.
fine with that. Chimera,
Gotcha,
you go
gotcha,
first.
gotcha. All right, so it'll be Chimera, and then Guillaume. Sylvie, you got a 4 versus my 3. Okay, so you will get that. Okay. So, first up is guards. The door up above you opens. The set of double doors, one side on the right, opens, and another guard comes out, kind of looking around as if to try to find the source of that tremendous noise that he just heard. I am going to have him perception an advantage. Okay. He looks down directly at this boat that is very obviously docked in this small harbor. And looks like he's trying to take in the scene. Sees his compatriot kind of laid out on the deck there. And definitely seems to be trying to puzzle out exactly what is going on. He would call down, "Who are you? What are you doing here? We have no scheduled stops for today."
I'm gonna do a real big stretch, and I'm gonna imitate the Padre's voice again. And I will say, "Stand down! I'm bringing these new recruits in. They're necessary for my grand plans."
And you are...
The Padre Primera, the Pasta Primavera. And like you all work for me. Have you not paid attention in your briefings?
This is most irregular. I'm going to have to get the warden.
No, good God, man. Have you learned nothing? The warden is compromised.
Roll a deception for me, please. You can have advantage.
Oh boy. Really, I'm just trying to buy time for everybody else to like load your weapons again. Okay. I think I'm good at deception. Oh. No, I'm not great at deception. Wait a minute, I have the actor feat. I think that gives me something on it. Let me just double check. Okay. Oh, I have advantage, so I already had that. All right, never mind. Then that's going to be a 15.
Okay. He looks down, his eyes kind of finally settling on again his friend with a very obvious arrow sticking out of his face mask. "Stay where you are. Do not move."
Oh, that was one of the warden's tools. He was planning something and he had to be dealt with.
He disappears back through the doorway.
Ah, fuck. Everybody go! I'm just gonna start like booking it out of the boat, trying to get after this guy before he can reach anyone else.
Chimeran, it is your turn.
Oh, I am booking it out of this boat and trying going after him before he can get to anybody else.
Perfect.
I have a speed of 40.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Let's see. Okay,
So
you do have control. Good.
Okay, good.
Okay, so this map is a little confusing. This area here,
Yeah.
I believe, is at the same level that you are at, where this dock and your boat are. This area here,
Yeah. It's higher.
and the bridge and this area across here are all higher.
Is there a way of getting from the dock to the bridge? Like, is there like a ladder or anything, or is
Not
are
directly,
they
no.
separate?
You could probably try to climb like the supports.
Poles?
Yeah, but there's not like
Um,
this is the clear path kind of thing.
How high above the dock is this bridge?
Probably 15 feet. 10, 15 feet. It's, a floor's worth, essentially.
Well, a sail had to fit under it, so yeah, that would
Oh,
make
that's
sense.
true. Yeah. Hmm. How sturdy does our sail look? Like our mast looks fairly sturdy. It would hold a light person, do you think?
I would think
'Cause
so.
my plan then is I'm going to climb up
Oh,
our little
yeah.
mast.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to do some acrobatic wonders, get myself
You're
on
gonna
top of that bridge,
D&D
and then
this shit.
I so am.
So you're gonna try to like get out on the arms here?
Well, maybe not
Which
the arms so
might
much as
actually
the
be the
main
forestall?
mast, and then use the
Oh, I
arms to
see.
like vault myself onto like
This area over here?
I'm thinking more of the bridge,
Back
right?
here?
Because it's a little bit closer, and then
No,
I
but it's not closer to the thing.
yeah, but I don't I
Look at how
want
far that jump is compared to right here.
but we don't necessarily have been this far in. We could be like closer to the bridge.
If you hadn't taken the shot, maybe. But you were definitely shooting your bow while you were kind of like sailing in through here. It's not that it's not possible.
Yeah, I
just
would
might
go
be
for
difficult.
whatever looks the closest if it happens to be like bridge versus right? Like I'm thinking if I'm on that mast, the bridge is the closest. So I'll vault myself to the bridge and then continue running from the
Okay,
bridge.
perfect. Okay, let's get an acrobatics roll.
Sweet. Oh, that's a 21.
Excellent. So scaling the mast is no problem whatsoever. Jumping this distance is going to take more than sheer agility. So I need you to make an athletics roll, if you would, please.
Oh, that's not going to be as good. Do I have something that'll help me here? Well, we'll just give us prayer. That's a 12.
Okay. So you climb to the top with no problem whatsoever. You kind of turn about, kind of at where this cross is, and kind of use the rocking of the boat to kind of like pitch you in that direction, and then basically just push yourself off of the mast as best you can. You have no problem clearing the distance between you and the bridge. However, your arc of your jump isn't enough for you to simply just like grab a hold of the banister with no problem. You fall a little short, and you manage to basically grab a hold of the support underneath this section of the bridge. So you are essentially like hanging on to the edge of the bridge, like right here.
Cool. I would then like to swing my legs and such as if I was on one of, those like the gymnasts do the swing, use their body weight to help flip me up onto the top of the bridge.
Okay. I think with your roguish bonus action that you could probably certainly do that. And I think you would probably end your turn prone, because you're essentially, throwing your leg up onto the walking part of the bridge and having to like roll your weight over. So you've essentially like rolled onto your back on this bridge and are kind of like staring at the ceiling of this cavern now. Guillaume, it is your turn.
Well, seeing how brilliantly that worked out, I'm going to sprint down the dock, jump onto the lower portion, and try to climb up onto the higher portion. I'm just going to run around, basically. Is there an obvious like way up on the left side over here?
So it does not really look like it. Like you could climb, but it's going to be a climb because there's like raw rock here.
What about like right here where I am? Let me grab the.
Yeah, you could climb up here, but it would be a climb again. Like this ledge here is about 10, 15 feet above you.
Okay.
It definitely looks like the intention is for people, on this dock to be able to access this set of doors. And it looks like intentionally only that set of doors.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I don't want to do that.
Understood.
Because I don't know what's over there. So I will just climb up this if I can. So I think I was here. So like 5, 10, and then it's like 15 up. Be about 25. I think I got 30 feet of movement.
Okay. I will need an athletics roll, please.
Yep. That's going to be with a -1, so be good. How about a 4? How's a 4 hit you?
Okay. You begin trying to clamber up these rocks. These rocks are coated with, water and moisture from being here on the water. And like you're straining and struggling and you start to slip and fall and you think, oh my God, I'm going to, meet the same fate as that guard. I'm going to fall to my doom. And you realize you're like 3 feet off of the dock. And you never managed to climb up that high.
Beautiful. So if I have enough time left in my turn to do one other thing, I would like to just I'll hop back onto the dock and I will start rummaging through whatever possessions this other guard has, see if there are like keys or anything.
So you find the guard's longsword and dagger still in their sheaths. And the only other item that you happen to find on this guard is, in fact, a key ring with a single key on it.
Perfect. I will take the key ring and the dagger. Also, if I have time, I just want to rip his helmet off. Just see, is this just a dude? Did we just murk some random dude? I hope that everybody that works here is bad.
It definitely is just some dude. Whenever you pull the helmet off.
Then I will look at his face and feel a little guilty based on the other guards not knowing who the Padre was, really, or not recognizing him. So maybe not being as horrible as his regular henchman.
It's the locket that slides out from under the helmet that opens up and has a picture of his wife and kid inside of it that really tips you over the guilt level.
But I just have a tiny voice that's like, well, you didn't do it. What's another body on Chimeran's conscience?
Vera.
It's not my conscience.
It is. It is your turn.
Oh, me? Yeah, it is my turn.
Yes,
oh
you.
boy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Indeed.
Sorry, I was busy having funny jokes with Guillaume in my head.
Not a
I am
worry at
going
all.
to
Those are free actions.
immediately kind of just move off the boat to here, and I'm going to go up the 15 feet to there, so that's 20 feet total. So I'm up here, and I'm going to go 25, 30, and then I'm going to double move to 5, 10, 15, 20, and then I'm going to kind of go in the door that he went in.
How did you get up to where you were?
Yeah, that was the whole issue. I had to climb to get up to the...
Oh, I thought there was a ladder here, too.
No.
Oh.
No,
if there'd been a ladder, I wouldn't have tried to do all that fancy stuff.
I missed that part.
Yeah, Guillaume was trying to. Oh, let me get you out of the darkness here. Guillaume was trying to climb up the rock face right here.
Yeah.
Chimeran climbed the mast and then leapt to where he currently is dangling from.
I just missed the whole. I thought Chimeran was just trying to be fancy
I mean,
because
that
rogue
too.
things. It's just trying
Would
to
you like to
rogue
take
it
the
up.
stairs? No, I wouldn't.
No, I'm a rogue. Why would I do that? I can mount this
I can
fast and leap for it.
somersault instead. Only a chump would use the stairs.
Who uses stairs in this D&D campaign? Okay, so then I'm going to go here, and then I guess I'm going to attempt to come up here also.
All right. An athletics check, please. This is the
God.
most athletic-y party that I think I've ever run in D&D.
Nat 20.
Hey, okay.
Vera just like grabs her kind of skirt, kind of loops it up a little bit, maybe tucks it into like her belt so the front part of it's lifted up, and her shoes are surprisingly clingy on wet stone, and so that uses how much of my movement to do that? So that was
15
10
feet.
or 15 total? Okay. 20, 25, 30. So then I get there, and then I'm going to double move. So 5, 10, 15, 20. So I'm there in front of the door. I'm not going to put myself over there because it's dark right now and I lose my token, but I'm at 20 feet here and I want to go in the door that this guy went in. And he
Okay.
went in one of these, right? Over here?
Yes. Went through
Okay.
this set of double doors right here.
Yeah. I want to go in after him.
I have a very important question.
Ukuleles.
What does Vera look like now?
Oh, great question.
Okay, I did a high-low thing. It is a 10, so she does not look like herself right now. She just kind of looks like a random person, like
So,
attractive woman kind of a thing, but she doesn't look like Vera.
fun note.
Uh-huh.
What does Vera's natural, unshifted state look like?
Oh, she looks like her changeling self, which is the picture, which is so she has like the white hair with the kind of birthmark markings and stuff, and she has her pointed ears, and she looks very changeling-y.
Yeah, the
That's
moment
what
that
she
you
looks
pass
like.
through the threshold, similar to Guillaume losing his ability to shape change, Vera would have also lost that ability.
Interesting. Okay, anyways. So
Okay.
that's what she looks like.
Yes. So you are now up at this door.
Yeah.
You push against the door and you find that it is barred. Like it like rattles against some kind of stopper.
She's gonna she is going to kind of tap on the door, knowing that the guy went in here, and she's just gonna be like, no, you have to help me. You have to help me. He fell in the water and I need help. I need somebody to help me. I got away. I got out of the boat and I ran up here because I saw you go in here. I need help. I need help so bad. And she's going to try to persuade this guy into opening the door to help her.
Okay. Although, I'm gonna have to argue that sounds like deception.
I can do deception.
Okay, perfect. Deception roll, please.
Okay. Not the problem. That was a bad roll. I would like to. Oh no, wait. That wasn't terrible. Cause yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll take it. It was an 18.
Okay. You bang on the door and you give this ruse, and you hear no response from inside.
Of course, yeah. She just turns around and she's like, so I think we should all just get back in the boat and we should leave. And that's her turn. Because I've done enough
Mm-hmm.
for one turn.
Sylvie, it is your turn.
Yeah, as Vera says that, I think it's too late for that now. If we leave now, we are going to be sunk to the bottom of the water with those the throwy things
The thingies.
that throw things at you, projectile tossers. What is Sylvie's looking around? What is this thing up here?
So, on the wall,
Yeah, is that
it
just
is
a torch?
it's just a sconce.
Gotcha.
Torch sconce. Oh, and I was mistaken. The door is actually not here. It's actually in this wall right here. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
But yes, yeah, that's just a torch right here.
Okay. Yeah, I think she's gonna try and do what Guillaume and Vera did and try and climb up this wall.
Okay. An athletics check, if you would, please.
Yep. 21.
Okay. The ladies in the dresses are making quick work of this wall. Not a problem at all.
Right behind you. I'm right behind you.
Sylvie
Guillaume
had some
wishing he
chalk.
had worn his
Wishing
dress.
he had worn his dress.
Yeah.
His cliff climbing dress. Perfect. So yeah, that costs 15 movement to get up the wall.
Okay. 5. So it's 20. So she has about 15 feet. 5, 10, 15. That's one movement. I think she's gonna use her action to move and get up to where Vera is. Here.
Okay.
Okay.
You can see Vera kind of pushing against the door, and it's very obvious that something is barring the door from opening.
Gotcha. Okay. I think that is her. Is it an action or bonus action to like take out her like quarterstaff?
I think it's an object interact, which you get a free one every turn. So yeah.
Okay. She's just gonna take out and get rid of her quarterstaff because that's
Okay.
her weapon. Yep.
That works. Okay. Vera and Sylvie, the two of you through this door can hear a noise, kind of a repetitive, mechanized noise. There's definitely something metallic that is kind of making a repetitive like squeal, like a kind of noise. And you can hear what sounds kind of like muffled shouting. Chimeran.
All right. So door barred. I would like to actually go further and go to this other door over here to see if it's locked.
It is locked, yes.
I would then like to pick that lock.
All right. Give me a thieves tools check.
So that's going to be an 18.
Okay. So you pull your tools out from wherever it is that you keep them.
Do you want to know?
Your prison pocket. No. And This is going to take me just a moment here. Okay. It looked like it started to show what I was revealing, and then it like changed its mind.
It's like, nah, you don't really want to see this.
Okay. So you see when this door opens, a pathway that kind of extends away from you, kind of following the curvature of this wall to your right. Before then kind of turning northeastern and running a considerable distance, where it ends in a door. But the entire length of the left-hand wall and the majority of the right-hand wall is comprised of iron bars. These are the cells, it looks like. You can see manacles that are attached to some of these bars or some of the walls. You can see like loose strewn hay, kind of like gathered against like the edges. It looks like a couple of these cells might have like really rudimentary beds in them, and there is no shortage of bones that are also kind of in these cells. But you also see a number of individuals.
I was going to say, and Guillaume's dad is like right there in this one cell right here so we can get him a go, right? Wishful thinking.
I don't know. I'm really looking forward to just exploring this prison and breaking this magic thing and, freeing all the crazy people.
Good gracious, that's a lot of peoples.
And it's funny you should say that.
Oh yes. Do I recognize any of the other people?
Roll me a history.
That would be a 16.
16. Okay. You do not recognize this individual. And I would say you probably don't know any of the others that are here or this individual here by name. But you can tell by their attire, what is left of it, that they are actually members of a group known as l'Estodia. Drop it in our chat here. L'Estodia. L'Estodia were the King's Guard. They held the peace before they were disbanded whenever the king was assassinated under their watch not that long ago. They were very swiftly replaced by none other than the Justicaros.
So disbanded they were.
Yes.
Not locked up they weren't. Okay. That's yeah, we go to the first cell. I think I can make it there with my bonus move. I won't be able to pick another lock, but we're gonna try. So I'm gonna go in and hi Dad. Come to save you and all these people.
Indeed, you see none other than Signore Delestote. Trying to remember what his first name is. It's an M word.
Melant.
Malante.
Or Melante.
Yeah, he kind of peers up in the dim torchlight of this area as you enter and approach the door to his cell and speak to him, and he kind of tries to peer through the darkness at you. Do I know you?
We have met a couple of times. More so, I know your son.
You know Guillaume?
Yes.
Is he safe?
Um, we should talk after we get you out of here. Knowing that Guillaume is not at all safe because he's here.
He kind of stands and kind of makes his way somewhat closer towards the door. This man here has taken kind of an interest in what's going on and is kind of watching, but has not added anything to the conversation just yet. Okay. Guillaume, it is your turn.
Okay. All right. I gotta try up the wall again. I gotta try to rejoin everybody else. I don't really want to be going to the other door by myself. So I will attempt another climb. Oh, Jesus. Can I if that's half my movement, can I try a second like twice in one turn just to get up to the top of this thing?
Do you have another point of inspiration you want to
I
burn
do
and
not.
re-roll?
I do
Okay,
not.
okay.
In that case, I'm gonna continue stripping the guard. How like tall of a dude is he? Is he like the similar height or build to me or Locks? I think Locks is taller.
Probably somewhat closer to Locks. It's not that it wouldn't fit you necessarily, but it might look a little Mark Hamill-ish.
Okay. Okay. I'll keep doing it anyway because I don't see what a good alternative is.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll just work on stripping him down and trying to like look at the rocks as I do, just kind of like, pulling a piece off and then looking up, being like, okay, that rock there, I could kind of hold on to that one, like trying to kind of plot a route.
Okay. For all intents and purposes, as you are putting this armor on, it is scale mail. Just for whatever that might mean for your character. Okay. Vera, it is your turn.
Vera is going to, seeing that Chimeran has the door over here open, Vera is going to follow 20. She's going to get in here at 25. I can't see like anything.
You can't see anything?
Well, I can see here, but this is all still black for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it like that for everybody?
No, I can see everything, but I also have dark vision, so I don't know if you set that up.
No, I don't.
Okay.
It's way too fancy for me.
Okay.
So maybe refresh, Kenya? I've
Maybe,
noticed
hold
that
on.
the list of players has kind of like dropped and repopulated a couple of times, so I don't know if
Oh, that solved it.
it fixed
Problem
it.
solved.
Good.
Is good.
Okay.
Is good.
Wunderbar.
Vera is going to do I recognize any of these men? Doing what I do, I'm probably sure I recognize a few of them.
You can roll me a history as well.
That is a nat one. I am too busy because I am distracted.
I think as soon as I see you come in, I would let you know that these are the king's men. Guillaume's father. I'm not sure who the guy in the back corner is. We need to get them out of here.
Yeah, so that's one movement. So I guess for her second one, where's the door for this big area? Like this section? Because there's not one on the map that I can. Is
I
that
think
this
this
right
is it
here?
here.
Oh, there's one
Zooming
right there.
in,
Okay.
and
Yep.
it looks like there might be another one here. Yeah.
Okay.
That would
Yeah.
be
So
my
I'll
guess.
move to this one here. I actually had the movement for that still, I think, so it's 20, 25, 30. Yeah, it's weird on the angle. She'll move to there and I don't have lockpicks. So I'm going to
I don't think you can seduce this lock open.
I'm not going to try to seduce the lock open.
She
I'm
could
not one to
try.
question.
Could she deceive the lock into thinking it was already open?
If anybody could.
Maybe
anybody
she could
could.
do some foreplay so it's a little bit less sticky when it comes time to.
I'm gonna ask a really
Good Lord.
like just because this, movies and stuff. I'm gonna ask this question. Is there a set of keys hanging on a wall anywhere? I have to
There
ask.
was, but this dog, kind of moppy looking, ran off with him.
Oh,
So.
damn it. Okay.
No, definitely not.
She's gonna pull a like bobby pin or something out of her hair, and I'll do it at disadvantage if I need to, but damn it, I'm gonna try a lockpick unskilled sleight of hand thing on this.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely going to be at disadvantage, but you can absolutely make a dexterity check.
Okay.
I'd love for you to do this. That'd be amazing.
Do I do sleight of hand? Like, am I using that to do it, or?
No, because this would be a thieves' tool check. So
Right.
it's like a tool check, and so it's based off of one of your abilities. So it would just be
Okay.
dexterity.
Okay, I'm gonna roll it. I'm gonna give it a shot. Double 20s, come on. Oh, I had an 18, but I ended up with a 7, so a 9.
Okay. Try as you might. It's probably not the first lock that you have picked this way. However, these locks are not the same kind of locks that you have attempted this with before. These are very obviously well-made locks, and you are just not having no luck at getting through these with a bobby pin.
I don't understand. I had no problem getting the general out of those handcuffs that night. Why can I not get this lock open? That's my turn.
Okay.
Except she does say, "Evening, gentlemen, we're here to get you out of this shithole." And then that's my turn.
Yeah, they have definitely gotten to their feet and are kind of like making their way towards the front of Cage. They definitely look malnourished. Like they've been here for a while. Their clothes are dirty. Their facial hair is unkempt. Okay. That was Vera. Okay. Sylvie, it's your turn.
Sylvie is not adept at any kind of locking, so she is going to go to this door, and she's just going to continue to listen to see if she can hear anyone approaching.
Okay, you continue to hear like the shouting, like the muffled shouts. The mechanized sound stops, and you can hear what sounds like footfalls. And then you hear, after a moment, you hear the mechanized sound begin again.
Does it sound like the footsteps are coming towards this door?
Yes, it definitely sounded like there was approaching footsteps that like stepped onto like a wooden deck of some kind.
So it sounds like they're coming towards this door again. Sylvie is going to look and see if there's anything that she can use to like, if there's any way she can barricade this door at all.
So from what you can tell, the doors look like they open inward.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the hinges are on the inside. So you could prop something up against the door, but it's not going to prevent someone from opening them.
Are there like handles that she can like tie up? She has rope.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's like, kind of large, curled handles that you could try to lash together, essentially.
Yeah, she's gonna
Yeah.
try and do that. It won't necessarily stop, but it'll slow them down. So
Okay.
she's gonna try and do that.
Absolutely. So it takes a moment, but you can certainly kind of run this rope kind of through there several times and try to tie some knots to hold it in place.
Yeah, she's not going for fanciness, but just as many knots, as many things that she can. So she's gonna do that.
Okay. Were this third edition, I would have you make a use rope check. Let us see. Okay. The mechanized noise from within that room continues, and you hear voices on the other side, and then you feel that door. It sounds like maybe somebody is lifting the bar on the other side. You hear like a scraping noise on the other side of the door, and then they try to pull the doors open. Obviously, at first attempt at least, they cannot. Your rope holds true. And they... you can hear continued voices kind of getting angrier, trying harder to pull against the door. What is the meaning of this? Break it down! You hear them starting to strain against this door, trying their hardest to force their way through. That brings us to Chimera.
I am going to attempt to unlock this cell door.
Okay.
That is a 19.
19. All right. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, lovely. Lovely. Okay, so I do have evasion, so okay, that is a 16.
Okay. So you are going to avoid this the trap that detonates as you successfully pick this lock.
Okay.
There is a mechanical device along the receiving edge of this iron bar where this door closes. And as you're working, a part of it literally swings downwards, and you realize that it is razor sharp. And you move your forearm out of the way just in time before it like cuts straight into your forearm.
So that was sorry, it came from just this section of the cell. Like, I guess my question is, can I anticipate that this is going to happen at every lock, or was one thing?
It is
like it was
this
small
door
enough,
in
like,
particular.
okay.
So it is very possible that they each could be trapped this way.
Okay.
That would be a fair assumption.
Okay, I will assume that. Okay, so he is unlocked.
Yes.
I'm going to then move.
Is Guillaume safe? He repeats the question.
He's here. I must help these others. And
He's here?
He's out there. She just kind of yelled.
I'm going
She's fighting this
Yeah.
thing.
I'm gonna help. I'm gonna go where Vera is because there's 4 people there. I'm gonna do that one first before doing this lone guy on the other side. So
Okay. All right. You can absolutely hear voices coming through this door. You hear what sounds like metallic clanging, kind of just beyond. Okay,
oh, shit.
Guillaume.
Okay. I do want to specify I wasn't putting the armor on. I think I was like mostly just stripping it so that it could be ready for locks because I
Oh,
don't think
fair
it's going to
enough.
help me at all. I am going to size up this wall one more time. Just like deep breath, look at the wall, try to pick the safest route I can, and I will make another attempt.
You can do it.
Hey, okay, 16.
Hey, all right, Guillaume.
Third time's a charm.
Just in time for your father to come out this door and see you heroically scale this wall. As you're climbing, concentrating so hard on climbing up this wall, you manage to crest the top of it just as you hear, Guillaume!
Uh, he'll turn kind of dumbfounded, like, what already? Dad, you're shit. And I will continue to try to run. So that's 15. Although it's 15, does that count as 30? Because
No,
of
it's just 15 to
climbing?
get up the wall.
Okay. So then 5, 10, 15. I'll run out part way. Um, like key in hand, trying to sprint over. Like, are you all right? Have you been eating? I feel like you haven't been eating well.
It has not been kind treatment, that is for sure. But
I'm so
to
sorry.
see your face, it has filled me with such joy. I feel like I could sprint to the ocean and back.
Okay, well, don't do that. Conserve your energy. We'll probably just have you sprint to the boat. I think we're gonna try to get out of here again.
You came in this boat. He kind of looks at the fishing like dinghy, a little surprised.
We bought it. It's ours now. Well, I mean, Lox is the one taking it, but free rides whenever we want. Not important right now. Is there? Boy, it looks like we don't really need to get in. Do you know anything about the layout of the prison?
Uh, Minimally, they
Okay.
hooded us as they brought us in.
Is there anyone else in there that we need to let out?
Yes, yes, there are good people who are kept here. We should try to free them.
Okay. Let's do just that. And was climbing my action or just movement?
Um, just your movement.
Okay, then I will dash so that I can 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Uh hi Sylvie. This is my dad. I think you've met.
Hello? Sylvie's like
Sylvie nods as she's
holding
like
this rope.
holding back this like bursting like door. Hello?
Just frees one hand to like, hi.
Just like, need a little help here.
And if I can, I'd also like to just kind of toss the dagger that I picked up over kind of towards my dad so he can pick it up. So that he's not completely unarmed.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, he'll definitely take it. And perhaps, maybe, somewhat surprisingly to Guillaume, he looks like he knows what he's doing with it. At least decently.
I figure
well.
that probably wouldn't be that much of a surprise to Guillaume because Guillaume always kind of thought of him as like he knows he's an intellectual, but he knows that he was a soldier first.
Mhm.
And he'd be like, I think they probably even had like sort of lessons when Guillaume was a child.
Perfect.
But Guillaume was never very like interested in the lessons. Like, yeah, like learning is great, but like this doesn't count. This is like doing.
Okay. Um. Okay, that was Guillaume. Vera. Well,
Vera is going to attempt to uh Vera's gonna attempt to pick this lock again. She's really trying to help here. This is not her area of expertise.
love it. I'm here for it.
She's
It
going
might
to make
happen. Come on.
she's gonna make that disadvantage roll again. Um That's a 4. It is the bobby pin is getting bent. She's having to like pull it out and straighten it with her teeth, and her hands are shaking, and she's looking at the door at the end that's got all the noise. She just, oh, come here, and I can't do this. I can't do this. This is not what I'm supposed to do. I sing.
Let me do this.
Oh, yeah, this is why you're here. And she just backs off the lock. And she just kind of looks up at the guys, the men in the thing, and she just all of a sudden it just kind of that persona comes over her and she says, "Gentlemen, if you will just give us a moment, we will have you out of here and into our ship, ready to sail away into freedom very shortly. Thank you for your patience."
The exits are here.
Exactly. Yes.
Do you happen to have swords, weapons of any kind? We can help.
I have a dagger here. You can have this. And she gives over a dagger, and this is mine. You can't have my rapier. I don't have anything extra. And she starts looking at Chimeran. Does Chimeran have extra weapons on him?
Yes, but he's busy. He's gonna
Right. She's gonna take the extra weapons off of him.
Oh,
like
okay.
whatever he typically doesn't use, she's gonna loot off of him while he's doing that. And
Okay, I do have a silvered dagger and a silvered rapier. That would be somewhere, obviously not where I'm
right.
normally grab, so
Right.
that there, yeah.
Yeah, so she'll grab those off his back and hand those out too.
Okay. So it sounds like at least 3 of them are armed. 2 with daggers and 1 with a rapier.
Yep.
Okay. Excellent.
If
Okay.
only we had a
Unfortunately,
key.
Vera's attempt broke off part of the bobby pin in this lock. So when it does become time for Chimeran to pick this lock, it will be at disadvantage.
There's a second door though.
I was gonna say, did I
There's a second
notice
door.
that she broke it off? Because I'm
I would think so, yes.
okay.
She
There's an
probably
audible,
broke
like,
it off
snap.
and like, oh shit, and looked over at you like,
Yeah, I
"Oh."
just glare at her. Yeah.
Vera's like, thank God Guillaume doesn't see any of this. Okay. Where is this? Oh wait, I think he's actually. The list of enemies is rather long, so it takes a little while to scroll through them. Forgive me. Okay, he's probably around the mall. There. Okay. Sylvie, it is your turn.
Okay, so she's trying to force back these men. They're trying to get at the door. She wants to try and open the door, or not open the door, but through the door that is like, as it's like being open and held back. She has an alchemist fire flask in her.
Okay.
And she wants to throw it in.
Okay. All right.
Now,
yeah, go ahead.
It's a fluid that ignites when exposed to air. So I'm not sure if it's magic.
So, in my mind, no, because it's alchemy. So it's literally like a mixture of ingredients. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There might be some magic involved in its creation, but I think once it's made, it's a thing.
Yeah.
In my mind, at least. So, okay. So you kind of let them pull it open for a moment, to the extent that they can, with these ropes. And you can see that they have their daggers and they're trying to like reach between the opening and the door and like cut this rope that you have put. And just about the time that they do that, you hurl this alchemist fire into the room beyond.
Yes.
I'm gonna reveal a small portion of the room that you can see from the opening in the door.
You might get 3 of them.
You can see there are 3 guards that are kind of gathered close together right on the other side of this door. So when you throw an alchemist fire, what do we need to do?
So I make a ranged attack against a creature or object, treating it as an improvised weapon.
Okay. So if you were like pitching this, I would say that you probably would have to make that attack at disadvantage because you're trying to aim through a narrow opening. But in this current situation, it feels more like you're literally just kind of like pushing it through the opening of the door.
Yes.
Which is, not that hard to do. Okay. So I think we can skip the attack roll on this particular one because it feels unnecessary. They then need to make a saving throw?
So on the hit, they take 1d4 fire damage at the start of each of its turns. You can end this damage by using an action to make a DC 10 dexterity check to extinguish the flame.
I see. Okay, so we need to make the attack roll then.
Yeah, I think so. Should
Do
I
you
just
have to
make
target
one attack roll?
Person? Yeah, it sounds like you have to target like one person, and then I guess the rest take like splash damage, maybe? Okay, let's do it this way. It's a d4, so you can target one of them to take the full d4, or if you want to try to splash it between them, then they'll all take like 1 point of splash damage.
Okay, I think I want to try and target one to try and get them to get the full d4.
Okay, so you've got number 1 here, number 3 that you can see part of right here, or number 4 in the back.
Let's do number 1.
Okay. All right, so go ahead and roll your attack roll.
Oh wow, that's a 25.
You will absolutely hit him.
I know. Crazy.
Okay.
So then 1d4. Wow, 4 points.
Holy shit. All right.
These dice are nuts today.
Okay, that was number 4. He takes 4 points and is on fire.
Yes.
Okay. You push your alchemist fire through the crack in the door. It shatters like on the ground right at his feet. At first kind of engulfing him in this kind of thick, viscous liquid. And he kind of, brushes at the front of his armor a little bit, kind of just not realizing what's going on, and has just enough time to kind of look up at you like, really? That's all you could do? And then it like engulfs in fire, and he's like, ah! Like running around trying to like pat himself out as best he can. Okay. That was Sylvie. Back around to the guard's turn. Guard number 1 is going to run off in this direction, trying to put himself out. Guard number 3 and 4, however, are going to cut the rope and open this door. So we're going to say guard number 3, since he technically kind of goes first in the initiative, is the one that actually severs the rope. He was at the front already anyway, so that makes sense. So guard number 4 here, I'm going to bump you, Sylvie, just into a grid spot Guard number 4 pulls this door open, kind of, pushing aside this guard that's on fire, and draws his longsword and is going to attack you. What is your armor class?
15.
15. Okay. And that's just for everybody. Keep in mind that anything magical that is ongoing, not necessarily magic items, but like ongoing magical effects, are not calculated. I don't know if the Artificers is like a magic item.
So then at 14 then, because mine is infused.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if it's a magic item, then that's fine. But if it's like an ongoing spell effect, then it would be suppressed currently in here.
Oh, it's like an infusion. I don't know what that...
Could you read the ability for me?
Infusions turn it into a magical item. It says specifically an infusion.
Perfect.
It's like whatever you infuse becomes a magical item.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
It's nothing
then
that,
it is currently still good then.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So it was a 15?
Yep.
Okay. Let me see. Oh, okay. Moot point. He got through with a 16. Long swad. Ooh, yeah. Comes out this door swinging, two-handed with his longsword. 6 points of slashing damage. This dark steel sword kind of like cuts through the opening of the door and slashes you kind of right across your shoulder and into the front of your chest, Sylvie. Okay. This guy here was opening the door, so I think that's going to be all that he can manage for the time being. Okay. This door here opens, likewise revealing some of the room beyond. You can see basically that there is another gate, like an iron cell that seems to exist just inside this door. Your guess is that it's kind of a two-door situation. You thought it was the Baroque period, but no, it's the two doors.
Boo!
I work here. Leave me alone. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Two guards emerge from that open door. 5, 10, 15, 25. They're going to make their way down this narrow hallway with bars on either side to where Chimeran is trying to pick this lock. Chimeran, one of them runs up to you, again, two-handed with this long sword, bringing it up above his head and down towards you. What is your armor class?
It is 16.
16 is going to miss as he swings at you, and there's just this whoosh as it kind of like cuts through the air where you were just moments before. Can I get them? I don't think I can get them too abreast in here. I think this is too narrow of a situation. So he is actually going to draw his dagger and is going to hurl his dagger at you, Vera. What is your armor class?
15.
15 also misses you, not by much. Do you wear armor? Yes. So it is your armor that actually ends up protecting you, apparently. Whatever this dagger would have struck you had it not been for the protection of your whatever armor you wear.
My studded leather bodice.
Of course. Oh, you know what? I just realized we didn't take a break.
No time for that. We got people to save.
We can't take a break. There's no breaking in.
We're the
baseball.
good guys.
Okay. That was the guards' turns. It is now Chimeran's turn.
Oh, seeing that we've got guards here, I am going to try to pick this lock that my good friend tried to make more difficult to do such things. So we will roll at disadvantage. I'm ignoring Mr. Guard number 5 because we got business to do.
Indeed.
Okay. That's a 24, actually.
Okay. Despite the impending threat of attack, you managed to concentrate well enough that you managed to get this lock open, despite the fact that there is also a piece of bobby pin that is stuck into it. So working around this and
I think I
sword
used the
swinging at
bobby
you.
pin to actually help me unlock it.
Absolutely. All the while dodging the sword.
That's right. Basically, I'm going to like turn around, I guess, because not good. The door on the other side. I'm ignoring guard number 5 at this point, but I'm going to use my Master of Tactics as a bonus action to give Vera a help action in targeting number 5, so she can have advantage against attacking that guard.
Okay. All right. Guillaume, it is your turn.
Okay. Guillaume's been thinking and realizing that while shifting is like a magical ability, he's really hoping that the whole like were-rat thing being a curse means that it is not fully affected by this. So there's two things I'd like to try to do with my turn. Tell me if this is too much. I want to try to toss the keys to Milante so he can unlock any other cells that need to be unlocked. And then I'd like to kind of try to position myself in front of Sylvie and start a stabbing. Just classic. I think I have a silver dagger that is in my my cane, and I just want to try to shank the guard in the front.
Okay. So you want to leave this door that's between you and guard number 3 closed for the moment and go after guard number 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to make it any easier for them to rush in or surround us, but I do want to just maybe if it's cracked or mostly open, I just want to start trying to stab at guard 4.
Okay. You may attack.
Yeah, that's not going to do it.
You lunge forward with this cane dagger, and stab, but the guard easily uses his longsword to kind of knock your blade aside, rendering the attack harmless. Okay. Was there anything else? Bonus action, etc.?
Yeah, just tossing the keys to Milante and saying, "Go open whatever doors you can."
Okay. 5, 10. He's kind of watching you. He kind of lingers for a moment, kind of watching you fight these guards with this small dagger. And you can see under his mustache that there is a definite smile that spreads across his face. He then kind of turns and moves back through this door, and very quickly probably turns around and comes back out. That way is blocked. There are too many guards. Should we make our way to the boat?
You said there are others that need to be freed.
I think your friends are doing what they can.
Well, give them the key if you can.
He comes up behind you, Vera, and he says, Guillaume has said that this key may open the cells to the people that you are trying to free. Here. He kind of like pushes it into your hand.
She's got her rapier out and she's getting ready to stab the guy across from her over here, and she reaches back and just grabs the key. Yes, very well, thank you. That's great. That's wonderful. We appreciate it.
Is there something I can do?
You could unlock doors.
Yes, of course. He kind of like reaches
Do you have
down and
any
takes the key
weapons?
back. He kind of looks around. I was in a cell moments ago. No, I have no weapons.
He's got the dagger that Guillaume threw him.
Didn't Guillaume give him a dagger?
I do have a weapon. I'm
Very
old.
stressful, I understand.
My memory is not what it once was.
He's legacy.
I may have a head injury.
I'm incredibly malnourished.
Stab this man.
Okay. It's a little crowded. I don't think he's going to be able to get through at the moment, but he will try to hurl Guillaume's dagger at guard number 5. Okay. There's apparently so much of a kerfuffle in front of him that he tries to throw at an opportune moment, and the dagger kind of sails past guard number 5 and clatters on the ground and like skids to a halt somewhere back over here.
Okay, now I don't
Vera
have
would
a
just
weapon.
look at him.
Well, at least, King's Man number 4 will have a weapon soon.
Okay. Way to go, Dad.
I can see where Guillaume gets his talent.
His cool head and under pressure. Yep. Okay. Whose turn was that on? That was on Guillaume's turn. Vera, it is your turn.
Vera is going to. She just kind of looks at Guillaume's dad for a moment and then turns around and she's going to attempt to stab guard 5.
And you have advantage.
And I have advantage, yes. Nice. A 24.
Will absolutely hit.
Ooh, max damage, 10.
Okay. 10 points to number 5. It is his first wound, so he is now got 10 damage on him. Okay. Was there anything else, Vera?
So I'm kind of desperate here. I have 2-weapon fighting, which would technically mean that I could make an offhand attack with my bonus action when I attack with a light weapon, which I just did. But I gave my dagger away. And Guillaume's dad just donated his to the cell block. So would it be possible for me to just try to punch this guy too? Like just hit him?
Sure.
With a
You make an
offhand
unarmed
bonus
strike.
attack. Okay. That's an 11. No.
All right, yeah.
But you made him flinch.
You swing at him, and he easily kind of like leans out of the way. Definitely does not seem
Flinches.
like the first fist fight that he has been in. Okay. Sorry, I was reading something real quick. Okay, that was Vera. At the end of the hall, there appears a well-dressed individual. If I can get back to my thingy. His name is... Oh. Okay. He appears like this. He is definitely wearing finer clothing, one of station, though he does still sport armor, and a few scars upon his face. He definitely looks like an individual that is probably seen a few scrapes, and is very upset looking about what is transpiring here. He looks to guard number 6, and he says, "Go around, get the others, come from the other direction, cut them off." And he draws a large bludgeoning instrument. Looks kind of like a large club that has like iron spikes like pierced through the end of it. Okay. I think he is just going to move up the length of his movement. And we'll stop there for the turn. Okay. That was him. It is Sylvie's turn.
Sylvie's engaged with guard 4 and is going to try and hit guard 4 with her quarterstaff.
Okay. Go and make your attack.
Ooh, that's a 10.
Okay. Glances harmlessly off of his armor and does not make contact.
I do get 2 attacks.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just nice.
Swing away.
Artificer, so she's going to make another attack. Oh, nat 20.
Okay.
27.
So maybe the first attack was a feint, which he completely buys, and then the second one is the real strike. So you will clock him with your quarterstaff.
And how do you do criticals?
So crit is all of your dice and modifiers maxed, and then you roll your dice and add your modifiers a second time.
Okay. So that's 11. So that's 20 points of bludgeoning.
Holy
damage.
shit. Okay, this is number 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? That's almost the entirety of his hit points. So, Sylvie, what does it look like as you kill this guard?
Guillaume, you look over and you see Sylvie like raise the quarterstaff which she's used a few times, but mostly she uses the little like nodes on her hands to like do her lightning bolts. But she just puts the quarterstaff up over her head and brings it down with both hands on this guard. And that helmet that he's wearing, you can see that it comes down directly against the helmet, and the helmet actually caves in as the guard just like goes down to his knees and like slumps down to the ground.
Yeah,
And
Guillaume
Sylvie
just
like
gasps.
Sylvie like fixes her dress. Whew.
Whoa, where did that come from? I'm gonna pay you back for that dress I owe you. Just you know that, right?
You learn a thing or two when you are a dressmaker.
Who are you making dresses for?
Cool. Awesome. That is Sylvie.
Excellent. Since the doors opened, you will be able to see the rest of the room. I'll go ahead and reveal that. You see it's like a circular room. It looks like there is basically an elevator platform. For some reason in this map it's made out of like industrial steel, which is really strange. But it's a wooden platform in reality. But there are... Sorry, go ahead.
Sir, does it go up?
Yes.
Like, is that... Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see an opening in the ceiling above you that is like the same shape, same size. There is a number of like torture implements that are kind of around. You can see like a rack over here and like some stockades and things, and there's like an Iron Maiden over here. This definitely looks like a torture room. And then over here is what looks like a series of levers. You think there might be a strange fourth lever that is on the wall at the back of this kind of desk right here. Okay. That was Sylvie. Okay. Let me see something. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. So just about the time that you notice that, I need both Sylvie and Guillaume. What are your armor classes again?
15.
Well,
15 and 12.
I think it's 10 plus dex unarmored. Yeah. 12.
Wow. Okay. I don't know. Well, you know what? That does make sense.
Yeah, I
So,
normally have mage armor, which still isn't much better, but
well, so interestingly, I actually hit Sylvie and missed Guillaume. So I think it's because the door between Guillaume and this room is still closed. That's probably the reason why it misses.
If at all possible, like I don't know if I
Mhm.
could use my reaction to do this. I think Guillaume was trying to kind of position himself as the main target. Again, just praying that like the curse nature of the were-rat thing will protect me if these are mundane weapons. So
Okay.
I'll try, even if it's not, I'm gonna try to take. I'd like to try to take the hit for Sylvie.
Okay. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
18.
Okay, perfect. So you can actually step into the open doorway where guard number 4 was moments before Sylvie dropped him. Essentially, moving in to position yourself in front of Sylvie. And whatever was going to hit Sylvie will be hitting you instead. Which I will get to in a moment. If I can find it. Yes, there it is. Okay. You look across the room as you kind of like step in front of Sylvie. Just as you do so, and you kind of get the lay of the land here, you see a chain flying at your face. As the Iron Maiden across the room opens and animates, and chains shoot out of it. One chain slams into the back of the closed door. The other wraps around you, and you are now grappled and restrained. Sylvie, you watch as Guillaume steps into the open doorway just in front of you, and you see chains wrap around him and begin drawing him further into the room. They can do... Okay. Guillaume. You can also pull 5, 10, 15, 20. It pulls you all the way to it and then closes on you. Sylvie, you watch as Guillaume is wrapped in chains and yanked across this room, and in an instant flies into this Iron Maiden, which then the doors close on. Guillaume, you took no damage from the chain itself. However, when this closes on you, you're going to take piercing damage. To the tune of 25 points of damage.
Yeah, you hear a muffled ow, ow, oh, what the fuck? Is
25. Go
is
ahead.
this magical damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so in addition to the 25 points of damage, you have a bleed. So you have a number of open wounds that essentially that has to be cured before you can receive any actual hit point curing. Okay? And the amount of the bleed, which you're going to take at the beginning of each of your turns, is 1 point. You manage to escape most of the worst of that. So yes, this insane moment happens that Sylvie and Guillaume are the only ones to bear witness to at this moment. We're back to the top of the round. The guards that are armed here inside the cell are definitely going to be trying their best to attack the guards. This one over here is going to move and attack the individual who showed up late. They're both going to strike through bars, so I think it's going to be a disadvantage. Huh. Okay. So it didn't
I have a
crit him,
question though.
but still hit.
Since,
Yes.
Since he's standing right next to the, like, are they technically squeezing in that space there? Are they like the two guards?
These two?
No, the other ones. The legacy guy and guard 6. These two right here.
Oh,
Like, are they squeezing?
no,
Technically, no. Okay.
not any more than you and Chimeran.
Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to gauge because, like you said, it's like
Yeah.
off. So I wanted
There-
to see, like,
Yeah.
so side by side is okay down here. Okay.
Yeah, guard 6 is technically heading this direction. He gave him an order
Okay.
to go back this way, so they're kind of like passing one another.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, this guard here did not crit him, but did stab him. So he is, we'll say he's the one wielding the rapier, which is a D8. Holy shit, okay. Gets a solid hit on Dudemar. The other one is going to attack the guard in front of Chimeran, and likewise is going to land a hit. He has a dagger, however, so that is guard number 5. Okay. Not dead yet, but not looking so hot. Okay. This guy moves to this corner here. He is going to try his best to try to grab a hold of guard 6 before he gets away. Also at disadvantage, grabbing through the bars though. Good God.
There's a reason these guys were king's men.
Yeah, no shit. Okay. He reaches out through the bars and grabs a hold of like the back of the belt of this guard and pulls him back against the bars and puts his arm kind of around his throat, kind of holding him, pinning him against the bars as best he can. This individual is a much older individual, but again, definitely seems like he has seen his fair share of scrapes before. He is... Where is this guy? There we go. Obviously is not dressed in his finery currently, but there are vestiges of his attire that would be reminiscent of this. Probably his underclothes. Battle? Okay. The guards themselves now get to go. One of them is grappled against the bars. He is going to try his best to break free of that. And probably not with that roll. No, absolutely not. Good God. So guard 6 is still stuck firm. Guard number 5 is facing Chimeran and is going to attack again, two-handed with his longsword. Chimeran, what is your AC again? Probably going to hit you.
16.
Yes, okay. So you're going to take slashing damage to the tune of 5 points. As he kind of swings sideways and kind of cuts you across the front of your thigh.
I don't even flinch. I'll just stare the guy down.
You're such a badass. Guard 1 used his action last turn to put himself out. Oh, he would have taken a D4. Do you want to roll that, Em? The fire.
4 again.
Another 4. Okay, so he's at 8 total. Before he managed to put it out, which he did last round. So he is going to move back to the door where Sylvie is, and attempt to strike her with another overhead swing from his sword, missing terribly. Guard number 3 is going to pull this door open and is going to step out here and likewise attack Silver. And miss as well. Good grief.
Good job, Sylvie. Good job. Just keep.
Yep. Duck, dodge, dive, dip.
I learned this as a seamstress.
Move like a thread.
It's
They
from dodging all those smacks
are-
from those crazy rich ladies.
they are sucking it through a straw. Chimeran, it is your turn.
I want to get to leader, dude. That's... Guard 5, you're in my way. I don't like you.
If you kill him, he won't be in your way.
I know, but then that takes my whole another turn. Then I have to wait for another turn before I can get to. Guard guy.
I mean, there's bars here. You're a rogue. Do rogue stuff. Climb the bars and launch yourself over.
I have been thinking. I'm like, ooh, can I just do this? Spider-Man. Can I push through friendlies?
You can pass through friendly squares. Yeah. I think it's
What
just
I'm-
difficult terrain.
What I think I'd like to do is then move around so that I'm here.
Oh,
where I
interesting.
could-
Okay.
Sneak attack this dude, or I'm going to try to hit him.
So I
Bars.
will say that attacking through the bars is going to give you disadvantage.
Okay.
I applied that to the Dia guys already.
I-
So
Am attacking with the edge of night. So
okay.
let's be good to me. Roll it, baby. Okay. That is not terrible. That is an 8 plus 10, 18.
We'll hit.
Yes. Okay.
Just keep in mind that I don't think you get your sneak attack
Why not?
because you had disadvantage on the roll.
Oh, that is correct. Okay. So I can't do the disadvantage. That's, oh well. So
yes,
ignore-
Austin. Magic weapons are still working.
So
All magic items still work.
Well,
so that will be
so far that you know.
10 points of
10
damage.
to Dudemar. Okay.
Yeah, and notes. Oh, that's with this. I have to do sneak attack. How far was that? That was 5, 10, 15.
Would have
I will
been
take my full movement.
5,
to get there.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35,
Yeah.
which I think
And
you have.
then, yeah. And then I attacked. So as a bonus action, I guess I'm gonna do bonus action. I would like to I'm going to aid Vera so that she's got the help. Sorry. Using the help action to aid her in attacking guard 5, I guess. So
Okay.
that, yeah.
Okay. That was Chimeran. Guillaume. Guillaume, you were grappled and restrained.
All right. I want to look around inside. I mean, I'm guessing it's pretty dark in here.
Yes, very much so. You also take a point of bleed damage.
Yes, 1 point. All right. I'm guessing this thing is not really designed to be easy to open from the inside, but I guess I will try to center myself in the middle of this thing as much as possible, so I'm like as small and away from the spikes as possible, and I'll try to kind of like find a spot in between the spikes that where I just came in and try to like shove it, see if I can push it open.
Okay, let us see here. Okay, you need to make a strength saving throw. Well, a strength roll, so it'll be athletics if you'd like.
You know what? Not going to make a difference because I don't have proficiency in either.
Fair enough, fair enough.
It's going to be a -1 regardless. So come on, nat 20. Oh, it's a 16 on the die, so a 15.
Okay.
Respectable.
So you push with all your might against this thing, and it is going to... Oh, it has advantage, unfortunately. Or fortunately. Yeah. No fucking way. You got a 15, right? Okay. So I likewise got a 15, but I always round in the party's favor. So you managed to actually shove this thing open forcibly. So you have used your action to escape, but the Iron Maiden is currently open.
Is the chain still wrapped around me too?
Not currently, no. It released you
Okay.
once it pulled you inside.
All right. Then I will. Do I still have like an object interaction?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'm gonna sprint over to this, and I'm just gonna pull the big weird fourth lever. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
I don't know what it's gonna do, but I'll yank that son of a bitch.
All right. You move over to where this table of levers is. You reach up and grab this thing and throw it. There is an audible, tangible sensation that passes through this entire place, emanating from this point that you have just thrown this lever. Those of you with magical abilities, you feel their presence return. The anti-magic field has been deactivated.
Yeah, Guillaume's gonna look over to guard one, just crack his neck, say, "Looks like magic's back on the menu, boys." And like just stare him down. I can't do anything this turn about it, but oh boy, next turn.
Okay. That was Guillaume. It is Vera's turn.
Vera, as this magic passes over her, a couple things happen. The first thing that happens is as soon as she feels it and she feels her magic and that connection to her abilities return, there is just an audible, like, fully guttural, deep-throated moan that kind of comes out of her, like, just completely out of place in the situation that's going on, but she is just like, yeah, pretty much, Jeremy. She just right there on the spot. Just that's all it took. What she's having exactly. The second thing that she does is she is going to bonus action bardic inspiration unsettling words on the legacy, the guy that joined, the late guy.
Okay.
And she's just going to look at him, and after she does that, and she's just going to kind of open her eyes real slow and look at him, and she's just going to go, "Oh, you poor little man, you have no idea what just happened to you." And so I'm going to give him a D8 negative against any saving throw that he has to make. And then
Okay.
I'm going to cast she's going to use her action to cast hold person on him.
Okay.
And so I need a wisdom 16 saving throw with a D8 negative modifier.
Okay. This is the saving throw was from the first spell or from
No,
person.
the saving throw is from the hold.
Okay.
And the bardic inspiration, I have unsettling words. That's my ability, so I can make my bardic inspirations be
perfect.
negatives
Okay.
for other people.
Hell yeah. All right, so let me check something real quick because he has something that I think helps him in this situation, if I'm remembering correctly. Manage. Okay, cool. I thought that's what it did, but all right. Vera,
Yes.
you do your hexy bard thing
Yes.
on him, which he seems a little taken aback, perhaps by the fact that you just had an orgasm here in the middle of his prison. But you then cast your hold person spell on him, and you watch as the amulet that is hanging around his neck seems to basically absorb your hold person spell. And as it does so, the jewel that is in it is kind of like a sapphire, dulls. So like it goes from being kind of a brilliant blue shine to being like a dull blue shine.
Okay.
But it has no effect.
Okay. Well, if he has to make another saving throw before the start of my next turn, he's at a negative D8.
Okay. Remind me.
Yes, I will.
Okay. Let us see here. That was Vera. Oh, it is his turn. Okay. He, frustratedly, is going to turn 5, 10.
Oh, Jeremy.
Reaching for a keyring on his belt. Yes.
I wanted to ask before and I didn't because you were in the middle of doing other stuff and I don't want to interrupt. Could this guy over here that was in the corner, if this guy starts to run out, could we have had this guy like waiting to try to stop anybody else? But I didn't because you did this with this guy.
So this guy has not moved from this corner.
Oh, okay. Maybe he's dead.
He is seated, kind of like hugging his knees and rocking back and forth. He's not even really necessarily paying attention to what's going on.
Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you.
So this guy and this guy are both going to be able to take swings at him as he leaves this space. They will still be at disadvantage. Okay. I was going to say the one in the hat, but they all have hats. The one with the mustache, they all have mustaches. The one on the bottom missed. This one, however, I think he had the dagger, does hit.
He had the rapier because the one below had the dagger.
Okay, perfect.
And he hit guard 5, yeah.
So then that's going to be a D8. Points. So he gets a good poke at the guy as he turns to run away. But it is not enough to down him. He moves to this other door, fishing the key from a key ring at his belt with practice, unlocks this door and steps in and turns on you, Chimeran, with that large great club and is going to attack you with it twice.
Thanks.
What is your AC
That
again?
is all coming together. 16.
Okay, he's going to hit with the first one.
And it's going to hurt.
And the second as well. So he comes in with this oversized police baton, essentially, and bangs it against you twice. Damage-wise, it's going to be 7 bludgeoning from the first one, 7 bludgeoning from the second one.
I would
Consistent.
like to use my reaction and use my uncanny dodge to have one of those damages against me.
So you'll take 3 from the first one then, and then 7 from the second for a total of 10.
Cool.
Let's see. He moved, opened the door, attacked twice. He is then going to use a bonus action to drink one of the healing potions that he carries. Okay.
That's not going to help you, sir.
Really? Because it feels better already.
But a fleeting moment.
We shall see. Okay. That was him. Sylvie, it is your turn.
Yeah, as soon as Sylvie feels the magic kind of re-enter her, she grins at the 2 guards that are surrounding her, and immediately she's going to cast a thunder wave on them. And so they have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Con saves. Let's see. Number 1. What is the DC that they're looking for?
17.
17. He fails. And number 3 likewise fails. How far away does it throw them?
10 feet.
10 feet, okay.
And they take 26 points of thunder damage.
Nice.
Oh.
And we hear that, and we know Sylvie's in the building.
How much was it? 26?
Yes, 26. 48.
Please describe what it looks like as this kills both of them.
Yeah, immediately. I think for Flair, the one guard, Sylvie just kind of yeets him back over the edge.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this one here?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Just yeets him and he just disappears over the edge of the cliff. And the other one, Guillaume, you see again, like flies back and hits one of the beams of the elevator. And you hear like a sickening crack as his back flies up against this beam, the support, and falls down. She peeks her head in. Oh, how lovely of you to bring the magic back to us.
Yeah, welcome. I was gonna there's energy building in his hands. Man, I was gonna kill that guy. All right, fuck it.
There are
Good job.
for you to kill.
Good job. No, that was good. I'm glad you did that. But there's clear disappointment in his voice. He was just taunting the guy. Oh, I'm gonna get you so good. Oh, he's dead.
And Sylvie, with that, kind of peeks her head back around, and you can hear she's gonna start running towards the others. I think 5, 10. She can probably get here.
Okay. The Iron Maiden is then going to lash out again at you, Guillaume, sending a chain your way.
Okay, I did not realize. Well, I think before I was stepping in front of it, so it wouldn't have mattered. But now I've got my cloak on and it's active, so hopefully it will have disadvantage on that attack.
Ah, okay. Yep.
Still only a 12, but
well, that with a disadvantage, that turns it into a miss. I only got with an 11, so actually no, that's a 10. So a little further than that. I do not need opera right now. That's not right. Okay. Okay. This chain flings out at you, and you duck. And as it flies out, it actually hits one of the levers behind you, and the elevator starts to rise, kind of between the two of you. And it is going to kind of move along the wall here. 5. 10.
It can move.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of like that where it like rolls and shimmies on its bottom. It just kind of like kind of along the wall.
Boo.
Okay. Back to the top of the round. Resto dia. They are going to, those that are not currently engaged with the guard 5, he is 5, 10, 20. 5 are actually absolutely going to swarm this guy. This guy doesn't have a weapon, I don't think so. Let us see here. These are both daggers. So we're going to stab at him. Oh, that guy was terrible. That guy is going to hit for 3 more points. Okay. Let's see what this guy is doing here. Okay. Homeboy here in the frills is like putting pressure on this guy's neck. And you can hear this guy like gasping for breath. He is like completely choking this guy out. The guards, that guy is going to try to escape and fail miserably. Guard number 5 is going to try to once again stab Vera with his longsword and miss terribly as well. These guys are awesome. About that time, this door across the bridge opens, and 2 guards come forward from there. 1 guard comes out of this door on the lower level down here. Okay. I think that is all of them, so that means Chimeran.
I am going to stab. I don't know what the metal hand guy in front of me.
Sure.
Ooh, that's a 25 to hit.
Will absolutely hit him.
Okay, and this is with this Edge of Night dagger. I'm doing my sneak because I got friends. That is 31 points of damage.
Oh my god.
If he is still,
31?
yeah, is he still standing?
Hang on. He is, not by much, but he is.
Because then, as part of the same action, I get to hit again with this dagger.
That's right. Okay.
And so
Who the hell gave you that?
I don't know. Crazy man. 22 to hit.
We'll hit again.
And again, all the damage. 25 more points.
What does it look like as you kill the warden of Chateau Ivoire?
So I think that the first stab comes in low to the gut. And Chimera's just kind of looking at him, twists it a little bit, give him that extra damage, and just kind of grins, and then repeats that same action, twists it more, and says, I told you that wasn't going to work.
He sputters blood, dark and thick, out of his mouth before he collapses, still staring at you wide-eyed in disbelief. So, I think, given what time it is, and the fact that this entire session has been one long combat, just about, and we didn't even take a break, what we're going to do here is I'm going to pass things over to your group, just in turn, each one of you. Just describe what your flight from this prison looks like. You can dispatch guards, you'll be able to rescue anybody that you want to, but just kind of give me a brief cinematic scene of what your escape looks like.
So I think first, like after dispatching this guy, Chimeran's going to step out. I'd like to look in that little room to see if there's like anybody in there first before we ditch this place.
Okay. Yeah, this room is another base of a parapet.
A big key on the floor. That's not suspicious.
It is empty. There is no one in it. You can see there is another door. Is that? I may be lying. Nope, there is not a door. There is a staircase that leads up right here.
Okay.
And then there is a series of crates and barrels and sacks of supplies and stuff that are kind of like lining the wall of this circular chamber. And then there is a large key design that is kind of like tiled into the floor. And then, like I said, there's like a small cell that kind of seems to encase the doorway into here. But this door is currently open right now.
Yeah, I was a little worried when I saw that might be another cell, but seeing that there's nobody in there, it's not a cell. I'm at this point, because we're just getting out of here, I'm not worried about it. I will,
Okay.
I guess Chimeran's first thing before we like ditch would be to dispatch the guards here, while Mr. Guillaume's dad can get the keys and unlock the other two cells or whatever. Dispatch the guards, and I would, kind of usher them out as I would retreat to the boat with them. That's what I do.
Anybody else?
Oh, I want to grab the amulet.
Yes. Yeah. You can absolutely do so.
I think Guillaume will sprint out of this room, sort of pull the door shut behind him, hoping that lumbering Iron Maiden is not able to do too much. Kind of line himself up here, fire a chain lightning off at the two guards at the end of the stairs, frying both of them in their metal coffins. And kind of prepare himself to he's yelling to Locks like get the boat ready, we're getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I imagine he's probably already starting to unmoor the ropes and get start the car. Yeah. He's trying to get, things underway. He's probably even like exchanging some kind of like I think he has a bow fire, like with this guard here. All right.
Vera is she sees Chimeran going for the yes, buddy. She sees Chimeran going for the other room, and she is going to get this cell open with the extra guy that's in the corner, and she's going to kind of coax him out, and if she has to, she'll get some of the other guys to help her carry him out, because she's not going to like leave him in here, and she'll kind of just usher everyone out of this way, and if need be, when she sees the two guards over here, she would throw a couple eldritch blasts at the guards, helping Locks and Guillaume and stuff as we go, and she would kind of make sure everyone gets into the boat safely, and then as we're leaving, if Guillaume's attempting to do the illusion thing again, she would do what she can to help, and if need be, Kenya will donate a inspiration point to Guillaume's efforts for illusion if he's going to do that again, so that we don't get catapulted to death.
Okay.
think
Yeah, whenever you are trying to coax this guy out, this gentleman here tells you, address him as Don Alonso. He will answer to that.
Okay, she will. She would. Don Alonso, you don't know me, but I'm here to help. I can help you. Come along, we're going to get you out of here.
When you call him Don Alonso, he looks up at you directly, and you can see like an entire different like behavior like cross him. He stops like holding his knees and rocking, and he gets to his feet, and he says, "Fair maiden, you have come at last. My men are waiting. Please, we must go quickly."
Of course I have come for you. Did you think I would just leave you here?
After
She just
everything
plays
we have been
along
through,
with it.
I knew that could not be the case. Come, my love. We escape.
She just like whatever gets him out of the cell is all she cares about. She'll break his heart later.
Perfect. Was Sylvie? Did we get a parting shot from you?
Yeah, Sylvia is going
Okay.
to just help out with getting everyone to the boat, like the three or the men here, just kind of like ushering people, helping with like casting those lightning bolt shots at the guards, kind of providing that cover while Lox is getting everything ready and kind of ushering everyone down onto the boat.
Excellent. I think we see this, kind of montage of these four individuals that were locked in a single cell, and Don Alonso as well as Delastote, all getting onto the boat. More guards continue to kind of like pour in from behind, every which way, and are fought off or dispatched by you as well as some of these individuals. I think the boat is, not really turned around. I guess it would be hard to do, but is basically sailed out back with these oars. And I think Mr. Frills here at some point he's kind of ushering everybody ahead of him. He's insisting that he's the last one out. And as this boat is like passing underneath the bridge here, he actually comes and just like leaps off of this bridge, just putting his back against the sail of the ship and just like sliding backwards down the sail before he lands onto the deck with some considerable effort. You can definitely tell that were he a younger man, it might not have taken quite so much out of him, but it definitely did.
A man after my own heart.
Vera is impressed. Vera will
As is
remember this.
Kythera. Yes.
Vera and Chimaran will remember this.
You sail out of the opening of the cave, this crevasse, and head for the pylons. It takes a moment as all of the guards seem to have been called to the interior of the cells, the prison while you were there, and are now having to scramble their way back up to the rooftops. So you have some reprieve as you are sailing out. And about halfway between the island and the pylons, you can see that they are arming these catapults and ballista, and they begin raining hell down on you as much as they can. I think Lox's retirement plan definitely takes a few dings in this barrage. There may even be a close call with a catapulted stone or two. But you manage to sail past the reach of their siege weapons, out past the pylons, and head back towards Aladalgo, for the most part, unscathed. And that is where we're going to end our session for this evening. Thank you all very much for hanging with me. I know that we ran a little long without a break, so thank you very much for sticking with it. I'm going to pass things over to my players so that they can give any kind of parting words that they would like before we're going to call it an evening. So we'll start in reverse order with Karen.
Oh, that felt so badass. It worked, guys. We did it. I'm so excited. This was such a fun session. It was a way to get back. I am so sorry that Matt had to miss that. We miss you, buddy. Hope we can see you next time. Yeah, I don't have much to say. This was just a lot of fun, and thank you all for coming back and being so awesome. And this was great. And I'll pass it on to Austin.
Yeah, not a lot to add. I'm other than like holy shnikes, that worked. We got him out. We got who we came for, plus a whole bunch of other people. It'd be nice to have some new allies. Whoever that dude was that came in at the end, too dead for me to give a shit about his backstory, but I'm sure he was important. Um, yeah, that was a blast. That was super fun. I can't believe that I spent like half the time trying to climb a fucking wall, but that's D&D for you. That's what happens when you have an 8 strength. You know,
At
there's
least
dump
you
stats
did
and there's
it.
dump stats.
At least you
Yeah,
did it when it counted,
and before my dad came out, so
right? Like
he
he
didn't
saw you.
know. He thought that I was just showing up and being a badass.
Yeah.
So I'm cool with that. We'll deal with the bleeding later. I do imagine Guillaume just on the boat being like, "Oh, we made it." Okay, by the way, gaping holes all over my body. They don't seem to be letting up. Like I'm soaking wet, but not in the fun way. Um, but anyway, yeah, it was so fun playing with y'all. I cannot wait for our next session to see what other horrible consequences await what we just pulled off. And with that, I will pass it over to M.
Yeah. I mean, echoing what everyone else said, and I'm so pleased that what we did worked. It worked not perfectly, but it worked. And I think that's all that matters at the end of the day. We got everyone out, and yeah, I'm stoked that we have some new allies who we will hopefully keep a closer eye on this time. But yeah, always a great time, always great to play with you all, and yeah, looking forward to the next one. And I'll pass it to Kenya.
So yeah, it was a wonderful session, as everyone else has said. Lots of fun. I love it when we can have a combat, even if it goes the full session, but we're laughing and cracking up and just making great jokes in the background. Back chat was on fire tonight. I was dying, so that was a lot of fun. And I don't think that there's anything I can do except just say the most probably the one quote that will live with us throughout the rest of this campaign into our old age in old folks' homes is just too dead for me to give a shit about his backstory. It's just so brilliant, so wonderful. It is that is gonna stick with me for a while. So I can't wait to play with everyone. Missed you, Matt. Missed you so much. You're always there's a hole in our hearts that goes all the way to the West Coast.
Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle.
Tacoma, guys. Jeez. That would be upsetting.
Listen,
I'm
I'm all the way
joking.
over here on the
I'm
opposite side.
joking.
No, I totally understand, because when people say anything about me from being from Jersey, I freak out. But yeah, it was a great game. Jeremy, still fun. Had me really worried there. At one point I was admittedly saying, so should we just get on the boat and leave, guys? Like, maybe Guillaume's dad he'll be okay, right? Right? He'll be fine. But I'm gonna pass it back to you, Jeremy, so we can all say good night.
Absolutely. I'm thrilled to know that y'all were worried. I wanted this place to feel formidable and a little scary. I didn't want an assault on this place to feel like it was easy, or, you know, simple to kind of plan or put together. So I'm glad that there was an element of struggle and fear involved. But the fact that you overcame adversity and pulled it off in the end was exactly what I was hoping for. So I am thrilled with how this went. Definitely excited to have a couple of new characters potentially introduced, seeing where that's gonna evolve and what part they might have to play yet. I think everybody did a fantastic job of having a chance to show what their character was capable of, even if it had to wait until that lever was thrown. I think that proved to be a pivotal moment in the battle. It was a lot of fun to finally have that change where the battlefield drastically took a turn. Yeah, I'm really excited for that. For the amulet, I forgot to reveal what that was. It is the Amulet of the Azul Mage. I'm sorry, Amulet of the Azul Magi. Gold medallion crafted in Quinion fashion is beset with a brilliant sapphire. This amulet sparkles whenever magic is near. This amulet requires attunement. While wearing this necklace, the wearer has advantage on saving throws against any spell that targets only them, not in an area of effect. In addition, this medallion acts like a ring of spell storing, but it only allows the storing of a single spell of up to 6th level. Cantrips don't count for this purpose. Unlike a ring of spell storing, the wearer cannot reclaim the spell. Instead, whenever the same spell, or a spell that would normally counter the spell, such as haste spell countering a slow spell and vice versa, affects the wearer, the spell is immediately countered as if the wearer had readied for a counter spell, whether it casts spells or not. So it had a hold person prepped in it.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's why whenever you cast hold person specifically on him, it failed.
Wild. Even though Chimeran has it, Chimeran wants to give it to whoever, the 3 magic users. One of you take it that can use it.
Perfect. Yeah, I love this game. I'm so glad that we managed to get this session in. It had felt like a really long time because we missed the last time. And we did miss you, Matt. Sorry that you weren't in on this one that had a lot of combat in it. I'm sure that there will be others that will have plenty of combat, and we'll get to see Lox do his thing. So we'll be more than happy to have you back whenever you're able to make it. What else? For all those of you who tuned in this evening, thank you very much for watching, for spending a little bit of time with us here. Again, it means a tremendous amount to me that somebody comes here and finds entertainment, and who knows what reason you're here. But love you all the same. So thank you. If you enjoyed what you saw here, then do all the stuff that YouTube likes. That's how the system works. Hit the like button, subscribe, share the link around, talk about it with your friends, leave a comment if that's your thing. Check out the rest of the stuff that's on the channel. There's plenty to go around. So what else? Remember that kindness is a free action. It costs you absolutely nothing to be kind to someone. You have no idea the kind of difference that it might make in their day. So that's an easy exchange to make. Be kind, makes the world a better place. Costs you absolutely nothing to give that away. Unless they're a Nazi. Fuck Nazis. What else? I think that's it. So, we're going to go ahead and call it an evening. So until next time, may your dice roll high, and your snacks always be within reach. Hey, there's the flower petals. Like I know what I'm doing.